Mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. The perpetually wet air. Alright, you can see the Overwatch tournament. He's supposed to get straight out of the he wants all the Alright, we are in friendlies here at Contender eSports Irvine. We are waiting for 2 more contestants before we start. They are in the throes of getting ready. In the meantime, enjoy some play from 2 people I couldn't name without a sheet in front of me. Find your way in a smiley face. Are we waiting for Slay and Rhino?
Oh, Rhino's here.
Okay, and Slay.
Okay, so you put like an extra
5-0.
Okay,
So it's 50 from you guys, 50 from me. How many people are there? 28. So 28 times 5 is 120. So 240 is the total. I was kind of a STEM instructor. I got the math. I promise. I hope I'm not wrong. That would really break my heart. There it is. All right.
Hey, Holly.
Firm up those abs.
Stop battle! Luigi! We've been trained! Three, two, one, go!
Exercise every day to help tone your body.
Yeah!
I've got a good rhythm going.
Stop battle. We can break. 3, 2, 1, go!
I've got a good rhythm going.
Stop the battle. We betrayer.
Air slash! the sun. Let's do some jackknife exercises.
Start battle. Go. Three-hit trainer. Three, two, one, go!
sun.
Shield! Speed!
Slap!
Smash!
Feel the stretch through your arm and leg.
All right, up on stream, first round for Contender eSports in Irvine. We have Jake on the left-hand side of the screen against Altec on the right-hand side of your screen currently. Is he going by Jake today?
Yeah.
There it is. And then, how do I spell it?
Oh wait, sorry.
Oh, hit cancel.
Start the battle. Luigi. Thomas.
All right, I don't know if you can see the top of the head barely peeking over. We have our first week of contenders from the Pomona School District coming in from their sponsorships from National College Resources Foundation. Jake with the early grab into Alitech, who's trying to make some distance. The rocket comes out with no transition afterwards. We got the jump attacks followed by a dash coming from Jake. Sends the fireball out, trying to get a little bit extra damage. Misses the smash. The grab comes out from Samus. Samus kick it again. Sends a rocket out, tries to transition to the B button afterwards, barely gets a charge off and sends a small burst. The up B coming out, hits Jake for a good 20% damage, looking pretty even on their spread so far as Jake catches another grab, this one out of range to actually grab, sends the damage, followed by the big burst from the B, which does not connect. The grab does again. Jake at 117% damage, trying to get back up on the stage and does. Blasts through Samus, manages to shield, catches. Ooh, Samus catching a hit instead. Ends up off stage and is now being edge guarded by Jake, who misses the grab. The aerial comes out but doesn't land, and down the up B does. Jake trying to get those down strikes, did not manage to connect, and goes into Samus's very strong up B. There goes the grab and launch from A-Tech. A-Tech sending out the beam, but it doesn't manage to connect through the invulnerability frames. The up B does, and it'll be one stock for Alitech. Jake trying to get a rebuttal of his own back on stage and doesn't manage to get the edge guard. The down beat comes out with the bombs from Alitech. Alitech taking center stage right where he wants to be using this ranged character as Jake gets underneath the platform and starts sending him his way. Jake goes for the grab and misses again, catches the rocket on the way in. The small bombs don't connect, but the big one does. Here comes the grab from Luigi, getting that damage out, 126%. He's going to send Alitech first stock out. 1-1 now on the stock difference. Jake taking an extra 39% to start it off, but it's not too bad as he tries to get back into it, catches the rocket with his shield, a grab in midair, and an up B to follow. Now it's 60% unanswered. The rocket comes out. There goes the B strike, followed by the flamethrower attempt from Samus. Instead, Jake able to jump over it with those Super Mario style jumps. Luigi getting the distance he needs, sends a fireball out in order to connect with the rocket, ends up catching a grab instead, and is now trying to get back on stage with a fully charged Samus beam waiting for him. He jumps it and catches a flamethrower instead, 127%. Here comes the jump on the first one. Invulnerability frames in his advantage, but the flamethrower catches him a second time. The up B comes up and vulnerability frames getting into center stage, but Alitech punishes on the second dodge. Jake now one stock down with 11% damage done. The strike comes out, the down B, followed by an actual charge. Jake with a little bit of that jumpy game, catching the bombs and the flamethrower on the way back, sitting on platform. The up A comes from Alitech and is actually punished for it, although very small. The rocket comes out. Another B charge, the up B to finish, the same combo that hits before, hits again with the flamethrower in order to capitalize, hits him with the jumping whip, does not manage to get him off the distance and hits him a second time. Jake going for that up smash, does not get it, instead getting sent off stage himself. Looking back for that middle mat, misses his first hit, but catches the second one, double shield, and holds through it, and catches him with that knife hand. Off stage now. Jake trying to manage the edge guard. Catches the B instead. It is a 136% catch. Game 1, Allotech. Now we're going to head into Game 2. Jake's going to be able to select his map. Looks like Wii Fit Studio has been banned. Final destination chosen by Jake, one he's very familiar with from the tournament he played on Saturday, where he was in the top 6 of 60 contenders. Samus versus Luigi again. Starting out with the immediate gap closer from Luigi, coming in for those first jab attacks, managing his air a little bit better, but catches a flamethrower and an aerial from Samus, who catches him with another bomb, another rocket, another kick, and the up B comes from Jake. He's facing the wrong direction, but manages to grab on. The shield comes out, and the grab, followed by Allotech's flamethrower. The grab to push even farther as Jake is now attempting to get back onto stage, catching combos. This time a little bit more aggressive from Allotech. The flamethrower build working for him pretty well. The grab comes out from Jake. Does not manage to get the up B to follow. The kicks, the head smash, and the aerial misses. The down B is starting to come out from Samus, trying to get trying to get that distance. Catches the smacky hands from Luigi again as he starts to dash across and try to get the edge guard. The dodge comes out, and the middle map control is back in Allotech's favor as he goes for the up B but doesn't actually do it. The B charge coming out from Allotech as he's almost full now. Gets the grab followed by the flamethrower. Still now almost at full charge. Here comes the dash with the shoulder. Jake managing a little bit of damage. Never mind, he dodges the B, catches the grab instead, and is thrown off stage. The charging B coming in.
No, it's just going to go into
All right, and as the night goes on, we are going to be fixing any kind of audio issues that arise. We're using some new audio software. Jake on his last stock to Allotech's 116%, trying to get that first stock off. Instead, pushed out with an up B, gets grabbed, thrown with an aerial kick. The second one misses, and Jake is able to take a stock off of Allotech. The rockets coming out, the flamethrower to follow. The grabs from both sides missing. More rockets from Allotech. Samus, a very long-range character, one of the oldest in the book, sitting there making the distance where he needs to. Instead, catching the grab and the flamethrower combo on Jake on his own time. Jake managing to get back on edge, uses the invulnerability frames to get to center stage, but is punished for the second dodge. Up B coming out, manages to get back on stage. Last stock, gets that grab. Up B to follow. Sorry, correction. Regular B, neutral B. The strikes come out. Jake with a dodge to get back onto stage. Instead, catching another strike from Samus. Samus not committing fully to the flamethrower. Jake gets the damage out, 85% on the second stock, but the foot comes out, and that's going to be a 2-0 Allotech as an early loss for Jake, going to losers. And now that 2-0 is going to be followed by a quick 1 or 2 minute hiatus as we get into the next match. Stay tuned at Contender eSports in Irvine.
Start the battle.
Next up on stream, we're going to be bringing at you Ant, one of our returning contenders. Competing against Data Anime. Data 9. And to El Cheek 01, y'all lucky I ain't there. I would love for you to be here and contending, because the prize pool tonight is sitting at about $240, and we do a 3-2-1 split on that. So first place is going to be taking home $144, second $72, third place $26. Math is hard. All right, it is Ant versus Data Anime, coming to you live on the streamer station here at Contender eSports in Irvine. And while they're getting set up, we're going to do the same thing with the numbers and names above your head. Alright, controller setup coming from Data Anime. Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you are interested in the Super Smash Bros. Scene and have not yet got yourself started up on start.gg, you can create an account at start.gg/contendermelee. Register at start.gg/CES. Start.gg/CES. I'll throw that out there a little bit later when I'm not in a tongue twister or trying to commentate this first round between Ant and Data Anime. Data Anime taking the early damage but getting the map control on Sora, who's very happy to play off the side of the map. The shield comes up, followed by the up B from Ant. Ant does not actually run into the tech from Data Anime, able instead to see it come and get below and start juggling a little bit. The Thunder coming out to put Data Anime off stage in a position that Little Mac does not want to be, which is the recovery stage. Flashing with that KO, does not land it, and instead sent back the 27% from Ant. Not enough to actually give him any knockback bonuses. Data Anime's damage above 144, and the smash is going to take his first stock away. That is a 2-stock to 3-stock game, and in favor by a whole stock. Dead Enemy got the middle map control, running around for middle map. Misses in the wrong direction with the jabs and is thrown off stage. The counter putting him back on. The juggle, the run starts coming back out, but Sora managing the distance, gets that Keyblade just in range and adds a grab on top of it. Goes for a counter of his own, but Little Mac, more interested in getting back on stage, takes middle map control and smacks Ant for 71% damage. Catches the KO. It's going to be a 2-2. Even stock game with the advantage going into Ant's court by 86%, something that can be easily reversed. The Blizzaga correction comes out but does not connect. Instead, Dead Anime catching a few good gloved strikes. It's sent off at 104% and now getting juggled by Ant. Dodges through the up air attempt. Sora with the shield on platform getting sent as soon as he touches the ground. A little early from Little Mac. Dead Anime looking to get those strikes in. Catches the second one immediately after. And now Ant is in a position where he's going to have to try and get back on. Does. Sora connects. Dead Anime with the up strike, going to try and finish, misses the up B and instead lands somewhere in another time zone. 1 stock advantage for Ant, but the damage has been done, putting him at 80%. The KO will send and end him. Charging up Dead Anime now at 4 chevrons out of, I want to say, 10. The Thundaga comes out, but it's not enough to get Ant back on as he's too far out to try and recover. It is now 40% Dead Anime, 0% Ant. Last stock, the counter comes out. Sora catching a good combo. The KO charge from Dead Anime. The grab to finish the dodge. The Blizzaga countered. The up strike comes out, 118% on Dead Anime. Very, very close. Up and away doesn't work on the second strike, and game 1 is going to go for Ant. First set of games being played at the weekly tournament here at Contender eSports in Irvine as Ant is 1 game up on Dead Anime. It's a best of 3 series until we're going to get to finals. When we get into finals, it'll be a best of 5.
Alright, can we have Johnny Foe versus Case on Station 5?
Game 2 about to be underway. Same champions, same characters picked on both sides. I'm going to do the favor of transitioning which side these pictures appear on, simply because we have Ant on the right side of our screen. And the KO charge, 114% damage has been done. The names are going to be switching in just a second here as the score will reflect the players' locations on screen. The Blizzaga coming out and catches 143%, but because he's frozen, the knockback does not connect. He's almost off stage. Dead Enemy trying to hold on. And there goes the first stock.
Alright, we have Foe versus Gym Leader on Station 7.
Alright, now this transition should look a little bit more accurate to what we are seeing on screen. Ant, 1 game up on the right-hand side in blue with Blizzaga. Charged and ready to go. Little Mac holding down center stage, but not for long as Ant takes it. The up strike's coming out, 89% and a stock down, trying to hold on. The KO is charged, flashing, catches it, but it is enough at 61%. Sends Sora packing. Now 103% disadvantage for Dead Anime as he tries to get out of the Blizzaga in time. Does manage to, but instead catches a perfect parry from Sora. The strike's coming back out as response. 25% damage done to 123. Flashing red almost. The up B comes out, and that'll instantly send Dead Anime to 1 stock. Dead Anime at 12%, 24%, and the combo still growing, catching the damage done from Sora in the air. right where Sora wants to be. It's two very different play styles here, where Dead Anime wants to be on the bottom platform and controlling the left-right game. Sora is looking for a more vertical approach and catching it, with Thundaga trying to finish out but not connecting. The KO charge and miss from Dead Anime, sitting at his last stock 100%, and it's going to be sent. That's going to be a 2-0 for Ant. A strong display from Sora tonight. Ant, after last week getting knocked out in the second or third round from the end, showing what they're worth.
All right, we have Shady versus.
All right, we're going to be stepping into our next match here as we have faces leaning over the screen. All right, Alatek is going to be coming back. You see him on the right-hand side of your screen, ready to attack against Shady. Got no signal? And as they set up their controls tonight, I do want to point out that every Tuesday, you can get a $12 night pass. That is 5 p.m. and on for the rest of the night if you bring a school ID to Contender eSports in Irvine. That is student night every Tuesday. Hope to see you here.
Start the battle. Summon.
And of course, Shady bringing that old name Emily back to the stage, trying to get me to call out the wrong name when I'm trying to cast him. Pyra Mithra on Shady's side versus Alatek's tried and true Samus coming from the first round against Jake. One game up, but the juggle's coming out from Shady, from Mithra. The early laser, second laser, the grab to follow up, and the aerial to try and finish does not connect. The bomb and the patience on Shady's side as he waits for the opportunity to send forward and get a couple aerials. The damage in his favor, 40 to 40%. Reverse now. The grab coming out from way too much range. Here comes the dash strike from Mithra, catching a flamethrower on the back end as Alatek gets back on stage. The dash comes through, and Mithra is able to connect, getting the damage to an even spread of 62 to 67. The parry comes out, but it's not enough. The damage followed up by Mithra puts Alatek at a 90%, almost flashing red, looking for the opportunity to get back on stage. She tries the flamethrower again, but this time it doesn't connect. Here comes that juggle again. Getting back on stage with Samus is a real treat against Mithra. Switches over to Pyra on stage on the platform. Few framed miss from Pyra. Here comes that sword strike, strong as all can be, but instead the dead frames not going to be punishable as Pyra is going to take the first stock from Alatek. Switching back to Mithra now on the second stock, 62% damage done. The aerials start coming out. Neutral air does connect. The down air does connect. The second one followed up into a shield from Shady, who catches the grab against Alatek, looking a bit more defensive for the first time tonight. The rocket comes out. And the flamethrower trying to get back on stage, instead catching the edge of Pyra's sword just for a frame. A little bit of damage done, sent back. The air comes down. Flamethrower misses, the grab misses, and Pyra is there to punish. Pyra edge guarding perfectly with the down strike. The bombs from Samus trying to play it tricky and get a little bit of room back on stage. Holding down and away keeps Alotech back in the fight without losing the stock. 2 3-stock game with 140% done to Alotech. The up B comes out. The dodge. Oh, catches the edge of the Pyra sword for 1 frame, but gets past it and is able to actually put some hurt on Pyra. The B strike does come out, but into the shield, punished by an up B on Pyra's side. This is going to be a 3-1 stock game. 95% on Emily, which is Shady. Not enough damage to make him flash red yet even, and the up air is going to put, followed by an air and an up air. The juggles from Shady going to put Alotech at over 70%, no, 65. The grab comes out and misses the edge. Alotech almost getting himself destroyed without up being, as Shady looking to juggle off of that bottom platform. Attacking through the rocket strikes of Samus. A truly Mithra thing to do as Pyra goes to try and finish, ends up off stage and catches it. Game 1, a 3-stock for Shady.
Start battle.
We have Bobby versus
It'll be an
Studio
immediate
Station 4.
rerun of the same thing that we just saw Pyra Mithra coming out against Samus, this time on a single platform map. 1 big platform right over the middle. Exactly what Pyra Mithra is all about. The strikes coming out in such rapid succession from Mithra, a little too fast to even notice. The up air, the up air, the up air, followed by a neutral. The quick strike's not enough. The rocket does not manage to deter Mithra from striking through it. Pyra, now with the heavy swings, over 100% damage right out the gate for Alotech. Gets back on stage, but is in a position now that the sword outranges the flamethrower and pays for it dearly. The up B does get back on stage and catches the charge tilt. The parry dodge coming from Mithra as the juggle continues. The 45 to 55% damage immediately done from the single juggle. Another one comes out. The up air combo is looking extreme. Flamethrower still not managing, Rocket not managing to put the knockback on Pyra Mithra, who is able to dictate and control the pace of this game. Alotech back on stage with 106% damage done and a stock down. The Pyra sword hits twice, this time with a full combo. The charge from Alotech not able to complete as the up smash from Mithra connects and sends it to a 2-stock deficit. Alotech getting grabbed. The up air combos continuing. Back on stage is Alotech, this time shielding through the up B and trying to grab on the other side. Pyra not going to capitalize. Reading Alotech on the way down. Almost sends herself off stage to the edge of the edge guard range and gets back on in time to punish. Alotech flashing as he gets back on stage. The shoulder coming in and connecting. The grab followed up, but the dodge goes through the flamethrower. That up dodge is going to end it for Alotech. Missing the edge to make him 0-2 against Shady. Shady will advance. Transitioning a little late because I was staring at the wrong screen. Shady now 2 up. Going to be heading on while Alotech will have to defend himself in losers. And next up on the streamer station, we have the tried and true 5MI coming back to show how he do against J Flow. That is 5MI against J Flow. J Flow on the right side of your screen now, getting ready. MI coming and sitting down. We're going to change the names to reflect the competitors, and then we will be underway. Now the month of April might almost be finished, but coming up in May, coming up in June, we do have Contender eSports camps. And those camps are going to be 1 week long if you are interested in learning how to play Overwatch, how to play Valorant, how to play Rocket League, how to get better and competitive in whatever sport, esport of your choice. Come check out Contender eSports Irvine summer camps.
Start the battle. Captain Falcon.
And we're in a situation again where I'm going to switch around where these individuals are located on your screen, so you might be seeing the names and pictures changing sides as we fight. Diddy Kong for J Flow against 5MI, running Captain Falcon again tonight. And it looks like the early combos are going to be in the favor of Captain Falcon. Please forgive me as we transition. There we go. More accurate representation of what we're seeing on screen. Diddy Kong returning in kind, putting some damage 5MI's way. They're now both at an even split, 74 to 79% damage on the first stock. MI's aerials and kicks looking as strong as always. The up kick from below the platform, enough to send a Diddy Kong at only 80% off stage. Diddy holding on to his banana and trying to relinquish some peanuts in the direction of the fist combo coming from MI, who dodges and gets the grab from J Flow instead. J Flow with that range damage, now holding on to his banana again. That item game extremely strong for Diddy. The aerial kicks coming out 1, 2, and 3. The first one connects, but the other two do not. Tries to hit it again, but this time 5MI is staying low and gets those up kick combos. That is almost a true combo, but it works. A 2-stock advantage for 5MI at 150%. Holding on to his first stock, but ever so slightly as he gets sent off stage by a kick from Diddy. Diddy managing the middle map control, instead catching a grab from Captain Falcon. A second grab to follow suit, and the up kick combo starts to come out again, but the knee does not connect. J Flow able to get back on stage in his own right. Doesn't land the down smash, but instead catches another aerial and is holding that banana again and shielding through the attempted return. That'll take a stock from 5MI. The up kick combo attempted again from Captain Falcon. J Flow not looking like he's too afraid of playing on the underneath platform situation that MI does prefer. The up kick comes out again. The combo's looking true as can be. J Flow, technically not an SD, but pretty close to it. Not able to recover on the up B, pointing the wrong direction. It's going to be a 1-game lead for 5MI. It looks like the competitors are trying to discuss something in the interim. Captain Falcon versus Diddy Kong. Run it back again. This will be game 2. Just Just testing each other out on range right now. Not very much damage coming out from either side as the edge guard sends J-Flow and Captain Falcon off. I don't understand what I just saw, but it seems like almost as if it was intentional. A 2-stock game now, it's 6% on both ends. The upkick combo coming out from Falcon, but not connecting as Diddy catches the jab sequence instead. Attempting to get back on, does not get spiked. Instead, grabs that ledge in enough time, catches the shield through the first volley, but the second from 5MI does connect. A couple fists, followed by a foot. The upkick from 5MI as he tries. He has no platform this time to get underneath Diddy, and is going to have to create that vertical gap himself. Here comes from J-Flow trying to get back on stage. This time does not hit the bottom of the stage, hits the side and is able to rock it up. Is sent again for another up B. That's 3 up Bs we've seen so far. A heavy increase over the past game. The shoulder comes out from 5MI. The upkick combo attempted, but instead catches a double barrel exhaust. The aerials from MI, the short jumps, and the shield coming through. Catches the kick on J-Flow. J-Flow back on, dodging the spike, the shield, but the jab sequence does break through. At 150%, those spikes not exactly connecting, the timing off by maybe 1 or 2 frames. Instead, catches a grab, and J-Flow sent second stock down. 1 stock game in 5MI's favor at 92% damage done. Not quite flashing red yet. The item grab, followed by the actual grab, followed by the aerial kick from J-Flow, a heavy combo. 124% damage done onto the second stock, and that's the grab. Gonna send him off stage, but it's not enough knockback to actually get it. The down and away, he's still in it. Gets us back on stage. Couple of sequence kicks to try and get the damage percentage a little bit more into 5MI's favor, as he knows this stock is probably not going to last him too much longer. 1 or 2 strikes. Doesn't manage to connect. The down air does. 94% on the J-Flow's last stock. Catches his own banana. The crowd starting to go in the favor of MI, I want to say, at 198%, still holding on. The up B exhaust barrels do connect onto MI at 200% now, barely on the stage. Both of them missing each other. The kick comes out from Captain Falcon to get J-Flow back off stage. The jab does connect, and that sequence will be enough to make it a 2-0 in 5MI's favor. 5MI will be maneuvering onto the winners. J-Flow going through his settings now and disconnecting his control. All right, that's going to be a 2-0 for 5MI as J-Flow goes into losers to try and defend his way back into the game.
We have Rhino Dude versus Frosty to Surf Station.
All right, and it looks like we've got Rhino Dude coming up on the left-hand side of your screen. Mr. Rhino Dude. on the right-hand side. You can hear Tyrant yelling behind me because one of his students that he's sponsored to be here at this event and compete is going to be going against 5MI next round, I believe. Oh, and Frosty, okay.
And then he gets to fight gym leaders. He wanted to play with Heaven, that would have been the ideal matchup for him.
All right, and on your screens right now, you can see on the left-hand side, Sir Rhino Dude going to be playing probably Samus. Samus's favorite. I call it Samus because Seamus, and Seamus is an Irish name, and I apologize. I know it's Samus. I know it's a female. I know what CSS is. Samus, not Seamus. Frosty on the right-hand side. I don't know who he'll be playing today. However, it's going to be a best of three. They're in losers bracket. The loser of this will be out of tonight's tournament. It looks like the immediate wolf pick coming from Frosty, as Rhino Dude is going to be going for his tried and true. Now it's a good time to mention we got an Overwatch 2 tournament coming up the 27th. That is this weekend at 2 p.m. If you're interested in seeing how Overwatch 2 competitive esports looks, come on down to Contender eSports Irvine. Here we go with match 1. Early damage coming out in Samus's favor, trying to maintain the distance between he and Wolf. Wolf, the gap closer with the big claws that we've seen before, instead catching the aerial from Rhino. Rhino playing a bit more aggressive than I'm used to seeing from his Samus. The B-bomb comes out. The claws rebuttal from Frosty, catching him off stage. Managing about 20 or 30 frames back from the edge is actually a really smart thing to do against Samus, who has a lot of dead frames upon landing before they're able to actually output any source of damage other than a melee strike. The B coming out for a little bit of damage on Frosty as he gets back in. 105% already done, 120. The flamethrower comes out to try and finish the stock, but doesn't get it. But the down A, still not enough damage. The up A coming out instead. Wolf being sent off the right. Now it's time for Rhino to edge guard. Doesn't manage to with the bomb, and Frosty's back on stage, flashing but shielding appropriately. Catches the up B instead and will be down one stock with only 93% damage. Sorry, not only, with a bunch of damage done, 93%. A very easy comeback onto the stock stage, but instead catches 66% damage out the gate. The leg kick coming from Frosty with the blast to try and maintain that distance. Instead catches a flamethrower, is back on stage, goes Rhino into the aerial kick. Frosty managing the middle map effectively for a brawler against a ranged character. The brawl does manage to get the up strike off of the parry, and the charge from Rhino misses. The up B does not, manages to get back on stage into the shield, but it's not enough. Frosty's own jab combo with the claws sending Rhino back off. The up strike comes but does not connect. Instead, the foot connects through the B-blast from Samus. 160% damage done, and that's enough to send him to a two-stock game. 84% damage has been done to Frosty, who's now stuck in a position of his own where he's now being edge-guarded by Rhino. Rhino with the bomb off the edge, doesn't connect. That one does, and the up B combo just racking damage up on Frosty as Frosty has to push through the damage to get back on stage. The charge blast from Wolf not able to connect both times. I haven't seen it connect once yet, but the kick from Rhino Dude does, sending Frosty off with a complete one-stock deficit. The charge followed by the grab and the aerial not connecting as the dodge comes through from Wolf. Wolf trying to manage his positioning, ends up on platform and catches the tilt with no charge. The B strike does connect for the first time I've seen, and is followed up by an air. Frosty getting a little bit of his ground legs underneath him, metaphorically speaking, as he's juggled a little bit by Rhino's kick. Oh, the first parry is not enough as the second one follows up from Frosty. Rhino Dude in a position now where it's harder for him to get back on stage, and he does with a shoulder. The flamethrower will take game one for Rhino.
Start the battle. Round of fight.
All right, back at it with the game 2. Early 37% damage from Frosty's corner. However, Rhino is being hit the same way. Now off the edge, trying to maintain his control and get back on. Catches a bomb followed by a flamethrower that's strong enough to do it. The up kick coming out, 73% damage on Wolf as the aggressive Rhino continuing to maintain his early game momentum, 95%. As Frosty's stuck back on stage, that's going to be one stock. Rhino at 41% taken on his first life. One stock up, catches a combo from now Fox, not Wolf. As Fox a little bit more of that map control, but it doesn't work. The up B is caught from Samus. The B strike comes out, and now they're stuck juggling with shields, and the kick from Rhino able to penetrate. Fox maneuvering above on the platforms, a place where Rhino wants him to be, catching a couple fists and legs in the process. The flamethrower on the way down, followed by a B strike. Fox able to get a small combo, but it doesn't connect past that point, and now it is looking like a second stock for Rhino. Frosty at one stock left, a 3-1 advantage, Rhino's favor. The kick comes out from Fox. Fox trying to get the aerial, doesn't, instead catches a grab and is trying to down strike in order to get some distance done on him. Up strike comes out, second one comes out to follow. Can the combo be repeated against such a floaty character like Rhino, or like Samus, that can down B and change his momentum at any point in time? The down kick comes out the side from the arm. Flamethrower to follow, Rhino with that ranged grab. Parry, and the parry is followed up by Rhino to make it a 2-0 game. Now Rhino will continue on in winners. Frosty will have to battle it out in losers bracket to try and come back. What?
Oh, never mind.
All right, continuing on. That was loser brackets. Rhino is in losers bracket, just knocked Frosty out of the tournament. We are going to be moving to the next game. It'll be Shady returning to the stream against Slay X.
Shady versus Slay X.
All right, on the right-hand side of your screen, Shady is returning. All right, on the right-hand side of your screen, Shady is returning. Here we go, locked and loaded. Shady ready to play against Mr. Slay. Pyra Mithra coming out again.
Yeah, Bobby versus Tempo on Station 2.
If you are looking for a more recent bracket link, I will try and get that set up for you guys right now. We are hopping into Game 1, winners Slay X versus Shady. This is in the third round of our winners bracket. Slay X coming out with that Peach against Pyramithra on Shady. Peach with the early damage, holding a little bit more control over that lower side of the map than the other contenders tonight were able to, as Pyra, trying to punish that, gets in for those heavy strikes. Gardening in the corner goes Peach with the little bit of love to connect for that first stock. Shady is going to be down 1 stock against Slay X. The floaty Peach holding on to the perfect positioning between the platform that she can transition underneath if needed. Managing the edge and the distance between the two characters is a lot more of a face-off. The B strike coming out from Pyra at 126%. Peach still holding on to that first stock. A very floaty game of distance gauging, with Pyra trying to punish the mistakes from Peach and not the other way around. It's not often that you actually see an aggressive Peach, and that's why sent for the butt bump attempt. Pyra, same stock as Peach, with only a 21% difference between the two of them. Pyra playing for time and throwing the sword at range away from Peach. Some might call it spam, but if you can't beat it, you don't deserve to win. The side Bs after side Bs from Shady, who understands the distance game played against Peach. The aerial strikes coming out from Pyra. 2 of them do connect, and now the damage advantage is in Pyra's corner for the first time this game. Throwing her own garden off the stage, saying there are no flowers here. The Pyra comes out with the side B again. The grab to follow up, starting to get into the head of Slay X, who has no idea what to do about that B combo. The up air coming out and catching for 111%. Peach with the dangerous gardening techniques, able to connect with a combo of her own, misses with the thrown plant, but the grab with Toad's assistance is going to be enough to send Shady off stage at 84%, catches it again, but this time sending back a sword of his own. Peach getting back on stage, flashing red, trying to send it back towards Pyramithra. The shield from Pyramithra able to sustain the damage, both of them flashing at this point. The attack is shielded through, and the series of shields coming out from Peach on the back end, afraid of that B strike, and instead catches the sword. 1 stock advantage in Shady's favor. However, 100% damage already done on the stock that he possesses, as Pyramithra looks to try and extend that damage lead against Peach. 22%, 31%, the damage being done. 41, the juggle begins, and the butt bump coming back as rebuttaled. 125%, sent off stage, almost enough to be sent packing. Not quite, as Shady is back on and recovered. But the B strike from Pyra this time not connecting. The second one comes in, and a floaty Peach starting to become wise to that spam. Very good transition as the dodge in the air gets Pyramithra back on stage, switches over to Mithra, and is holding edge and comfortable. The B strike comes out, the spinning sword combos again, but this time punished by Slay. The up B combo to try and get back on stage from Pyra, hits the edge both times in order to quick cancel, catches with another B combo. And the strike goes into a shield, but it's not punished. Peach able to make it a one stock game at only 60% damage done. Very much anyone's court at this point. 13% damage on the aerial floating kicks. Rebutted with an immediate strike from Pyra. Pyra getting those jabs out, hits him with a little bit of that look away flame strike. And the heavy smash doesn't connect. Instead, Peach taking this time to practice her gardening skills and get prepared for the next strike. Combo prepped. And instead of throwing it up, instead of throwing it down, throws it straight up and uses the time to grab a second one. Instead, catching a Pyra B again. The grab goes out, the down strike, looking to get underneath to start those aerials. Instead, catches another side strike as Peach is not going to be able to recover. One game is squarely in Shady's court.
We have that anime to Station 6.
Again, this is winners quarterfinal, round 3 of our tournament. 28 contestants tonight, and it looks like losers bracket has already eliminated about 8 of them. If you are interested in who is in currently, we are looking at Shady, Slay X, Irne, Venus, Javi, Tempo, 5MI, Ara Scrub, J Flow, Rhino Dude, Mr. Kirby, ATI, Floppy, and Dead Anime. We need a more updated link for Start.gg for this week.
Three, two, one, go!
And while we manage to get these mic issues fixed, please bear with us. Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. Yeah, it sounds good on this.
I think it's like
Say what?
okay. Try now.
All right. Now, if you are hearing metallic noises or any other problems with my microphone as the night goes on, please say something in chat. We are quality assuring so that this happens in a long-term capacity.
Yeah. You had it echoing.
I had it echoing?
Not you, but Alon said it. It was
Okay. You guys pick it up? Oh no! Alright guys, as this round continues, we are going to keep... Oh hey, sounds better, thank you. I think what will happen is a double transmit on the stream. But we're going to keep that chat open. If you see something crazy, you hear something crazy, let me know and I will fix it. We are here at Game 2. 1 game in Shady's favor with a 2-stock advantage, 2-stock to 1-stock advantage in Pyramithra's favor. The damage has been done to send Pyramithra off stage. However, it is not going to be easy for Peach to get back on and get control. Gets middle map and starts gardening a little bit. Sends out the Toad grab, and instead, Pyramithra's in a position that she's got to compromise. Gets back on stage with the perfect frames. The B comes out. Same thing we've been seeing from Pyra this entire time. Not very much Mithra in these early combos. Up air comes out. Doesn't hit, but the B does. That sword throw working heavily in Shady's favor over this set. Back on stage, but catches the heavy strike, and painting the screen in front of you is Slay X. As Shady will continue on in the winner's bracket. Slay X will be going down to losers to try and win his way back.
We have 5MI versus Ara Scrub to String Station. Next up, we're going to be having Ara Scrub and 5MI. As you can see,
stuffed animal in frame already as 5MI is coming to sit down on the left-hand side of your screen there. Transitioning to the new set, here we have on the left-hand side of your screen, Mr. 5MI. Ooh, that was a disconnect before the end. All right, Muffin from ours, this is for you, Muffin. Took us 8 minutes. You want that pin too, don't you, kid? All right, you got it, bud. Let's get our scrub up in the chat. We're going against 5MI, the guy that was winning 2 weeks, 2 weeks ago.
Captain Falcon.
Oh, it looks like we're going to have to swap sides here, as our scrub is going to be playing on the red side of your screen. Pokemon trainer coming out from Ara.
3, 2, 1, go!
Early aggression from Ara, not exactly connecting as he ends up off stage and taking a little bit of damage from Captain Falcon. MI landing the combo, beating up on a Pokemon as Pokemon tried to get back. Squirtle managing the distance, catches the grab on the back end. The combo starts. And the up air comes out. Ivysaur switched to manage the middle game damage. Catches a grab and throws the Vine Whip afterwards. Sorry, Razor Leaf afterwards. Instead, catching a series of knees and legs from MI. Give me his eye. Black in the commentaries. We get over to the switched graphics here, trying to make sure it resembles reality of the situation. Off the stage goes Ivysaur at 139%, but 5MI following close behind at 100% himself, trying to get back on stage, misses with that Falcon kick, and instead catches him with the aerial. We're on to our quick second stock. 100% has already been done to 5MI as Ara taking 40 onto Ivysaur. Second stock in. Catches him with, I want to say, stun sport with that up tilt. Catches him a second time. Switches over to Charizard just in order to flare out a little fire and switch back to Squirtle, that early game damage dealer. Falcon managing the proper positioning. Middle map, under platform, middle map, under platform. Only going out to the edges when it's necessary to get the combo, and does. Jab combo coming out. Ara trying to get back on stage. Does manage it with a surf. The up tail whip does not connect, and 5MI is sitting there with his quick jumps. Back on stage underneath platform, waiting for Ivysaur to make it, and he does. Ivysaur with his own aerials, not connecting at 112% damage done. There goes the whip, the Razor Leaf. 5MI managing that distance as he gets the shield through the aerial, connects into a shield of Ivysaur, and now they're sitting there narrowly missing each other. MI catches the grab, 150% damage on a flashing red Ivysaur. Off stage again he goes. managing the edge guard, but not enough to keep MI off his balance as MI is back in middle map control. There goes the big strike, and Ivysaur is gonna go populate a different island, I guess. There we go, switching off back to Squirtle, the early game choice from Ara across the board as MI looking to manage and get that aerial combo, doesn't as the Pokemon switch comes out. Ivysaur transitioning in, the Vine Whip, getting him onto stage to aerial himself. The Razor Leaf coming up to follow up into the shield of Captain Falcon, whose knees in rebuttal turned into a sequence of jabs and a follow-up. MI actually punching the Razor Leaf away in order to edge guard more effectively. Ivysaur catches with the up smash. A one stock to one stock game. 84% damage disadvantage for Mr. Ara as 5MI is holding the edge. Catches the guard. Ivysaur goes for that bullet seed but doesn't connect on anything. MI holding down the edge really well as the Razor Leaf comes in but does just enough damage that Captain Falcon is still able to get the punish in. The grab, followed by the aerial, followed by the second aerial, misses the third one to a dodge, and that would have connected. Instead, Ara with the Razor Leaf coming in, catches a backhand from 5MI to turn it as game 1 in MI's favor. And here we go. Round 2. Best of 3 in winner's bracket. 5MI against our Scrub for our weekly tournament. $250 for $240 cash prize pool. Split between first, second, and third place tonight. If you're interested in getting your face on those dollar bills, come on down to Contender eSports Irvine. Compete on one of our Wednesday evening $15 entry that gets you in to try and compete against these folks you see here. Tail Whip coming out from Squirtle, 43% damage turning into 54 as Ivysaur comes out with the aerial, looking to get that aggressive combo. Catches a grab from 5MI in response. The up strike's coming out. Is it going to be a bullet seed finish? No, the whips come out, followed by an attempted stun spore, but it's not going to connect. Razor Leaf instead as 5MI is off for the first time. Squirtle at 30%. A whole stock up on the attempted grab from 5MI. The aggressive aerials from Aurochs coming up as he starts to come alive. The grab comes out, followed by another combo. 53% damage done, 59. The large tail whip comes up and a grab of his own as the aerial response from Ivysaur getting a little bit of distance. The 5MI kick sequence starts to start, but it doesn't connect over the third one. And Ivysaur getting spiked himself is going to make it a two stock to two stock game with only 70% damage being the difference between the two players right now. Ara coming up with the dodges and the aerials. Ivysaur transitions in and catches a shield from Captain Falcon, who responds with his own combo. The aerial from Scrub doing a little bit of damage but sticking him in a position that he has to, and he does parry well, catch another neutral air. And the up kick sequence from 5MI attempts the Pokemon transition, hopefully getting Ara out of the combo. Instead starts a second one, and that's going to be a one stock advantage going to 5MI. Captain Falcon hitting the air just a little bit, and it's going to be a full sudden death reset. 0% to 0% going into the last stock. Game 2, winner's bracket, quarterfinals. Quarter or semi, one of the two. Squirtle taking the 50% damage, a reverse of what we saw at the beginning of the game is the aggressive Ara Scrub now in a defensive posture trying to get back on stage as MI is underneath, right where he wants to be for that up kick combo that he does land, but it's not enough. Ivy is still in it at 116%, grabs and gets back on stage. The up kick coming from 5MI, he has to get past it to stay in. The Nair does it, gets him down low, the grab comes out, the combo for damage, 40% has been dealt out. As Ivysaur moves into the invulnerability frame of 5MI's dodge and is still managing the aggressiveness, catches a jab in punishment. MI now has him off stage and is in the position. Oh! The aerial strike keeping Ara alive. Out comes the Razor Leaf. punished by 5MI's backhand. Ivy a little bit more tentative getting up that time and pays for it as game 2 is going to go for 5MI.
Captain Falcon wins.
Yep. I do this. I want to take a break because I know for a fact I'm going to have to do.
As the controllers disconnect, we go on to our next set. We are now at losers round 4, losers round 5, and winners quarter and semi-finals.
I didn't want to say that, but
Out of 28 contenders, 12 have gone home.
Wait, what happened? For y'all's match? Yeah.
Is it 5? We're continuing?
fives?
All right, we will be continuing for semifinals. Quarterfinals. It's 2-0 currently for 5MI. It is not over yet. It is not over.
Oh, wait.
This is a new match. 5 It's a new match.
It's a new match?
Yeah.
Okay, so semifinals. Quarterfinal is best of 3.
What's your give us?
It's easier if we just check the brackets together. Let's go and do that, please. All right, so we don't leave anybody in the dark. Shady currently going against Erne on the streamer station. In the match, we still have Javi and 5MI in winners semifinals, those 4. After that, we have losers round 4. We've got Venus, we've got Slay X, we've got Rhino, we've got Ara Scrub, ATI, Tempo, and Floppy. Everybody else has been either removed from the tournament or is currently playing to see if they will continue, and that includes Ant
We have
and J
Slay
Flow.
X versus Rhino Dude on station 2.
Stop battle.
Follow that one came up in the game. That
As we transition the names over, you're going to be seeing Shady on the right-hand side returning to the stream for the 3rd time tonight with Erne on the left-hand side. All right, Shady on the right-hand side of your screen, Erne on the left side. It's going to be a best of 5 for our semifinals. Erne playing under the name Cringe today. As we transition our totals and everything back to the way it should be, on your screen you can see left-hand side Erne as Min Min, right-hand side Shady, bringing out the Palutena. And Palutena with the range attacks, going to be getting the damage advantage to start this one, but Min Min with the response of her own, looking for those horizontal distances to try and punish Palutena's range strikes. Palutena with the shield, getting a little bit too close and catches Min Min's fist as a response. Able to get a juggle with the shield, followed by the flame. It is in time with that range. Last to follow, Cringe managing to dodge through it and get back to stage at 106% damage done already. The 42% on Shady, not enough to keep him from being able to get back on stage and edge guard simultaneously. Shady managing that patient game again, sitting there inside the shield as Erne is in a position that he has to grab and does, catches it with the horizontal strikes, trying to follow up. Doesn't catch it through the dodge, but manages immediately after. Palutena back on stage, but still being juggled, catches a teleport. Both of them shielding, wondering who's going to be the first one to try and break through it, simultaneously slapping out of it. Erne taking the damage on the exchange and is going to take the first stock off. Shady with the 1 stock advantage, 110% already done, starting to flash red ever so slightly, getting that damage in with the shield, going for the up air and not catching it. Min Min going for an up air of their own, but not getting that one. Sorry, up tilt. The grab comes out over the back end. Min Min edge guarding, the flash and teleport coming out from Shady. The invulnerability frame's enough to put him back on stage, catches another grab from Min Min, send him up above left platform. Palutena with the heavy shield, counting on it, catches it, goes for that parry rebuttal and doesn't manage to connect. Min Min managing a shield of her own. Switching over to Sledge. Switching over to Rocket Fist. And then back to Sledge. The shields come out, followed by the heavy, the tilt from Ernie, making it a one-stock loss on both sides. 57% damage has been done to Min Min, and vulnerability frames non-existent as Palutena uses hers to her advantage to get 75% off. The grab coming in from Ernie puts him back on stage. The up strike's coming out. Emily managing the distance. Shady getting the strike into the shield of Ernie, who manages a strike of his own into Shady's shield. The aerial comes out. Palutena manages a grab. Gets that vertical takeoff. And punishes. The aerial combos from Min Min starting to connect and try and group up on him. Doesn't matter. Emily's back on stage trying to get down to middle map and gets control of it. Min Min with the vertical. Catches it. Into the shield on the second. Doesn't manage to catch the third, and Palutena starts the combo. The shield game on both sides, very efficient as neither one of them seems to be aggressive. Both of them rushing at each other and shielding at the same time. Ernie with the grab, doesn't connect. Emily goes to finish, but the first combo doesn't, the second attack does. The grab has to come out with the sent vertical. The up A does not connect for Shady, but the combo for the jabs does. 110% damage has been done to Ernie. And that'll be enough to make it a 1-0 game advantage for Shady. This is a best of 5. We are here in semi-finals.
Start the battle.
The transition has happened for Ernie, switching off and going to Bowser against Palutena. Bowser the Great Punisher. The Jack Black voiced now, Cannon. Jack Black voiced Turtle. The aerial strike's coming in for Bowser, not managing to connect, and instead Palutena getting an early combo. The explosive combo comes out with the light, but does not connect with the range blast. Heavy shields, followed by a turtle spin coming for Ernie as he switches names to GCX. I wonder if the control scheme stitches with it. Aerial kick comes out. Palutena with the back air into the shield and the fist from Bowser. 65% damage has been done and almost 75 now. Bowser with 100% damage on his end, not still in a bad position. Oh, except he gets sent off. He's going to have to up B in order to get back on. The invulnerability frames, not enough. Punished by Shady. One stock advantage. The teleport, the double teleport from Shady, trying to get some sort of damage control, or sorry, distance control. Instead, catching a fist from Bowser. The fire comes out to try and finish it, and it's not enough. 120% damage done, but still no stock. There it is. It is an even stock game with 8% done to Bowser. A very, very slight advantage in Palutena's favor as they manage a triple nair. Quadruple, unpunished with the flame. Quintuple. I can keep going with this. When's the next one? Here comes that spinning strike. The head from Bowser connecting with the legs of Palutena at 57% damage after a 3-strike after catching 5 in a row for nairs for a total of only about 100% damage. Teleport coming in for Shady, distance managed. Dodges the feet of Bowser and connects to the combo of Palutena's own. The back air attempted twice, but the nair is what connects. That'll be a sextuple if it were 6 in a row. Big claw coming out, flashing red on Bowser's end. The grab pays for the shield the advanced shield that he went for. Sent off stage, Palutena is able to recover. The down strike coming from GCX. Ernie dodging the explosive light, but catches the ranged attack to follow. Oh, sorry, up air to attack to follow up. That's a triple up air. The combo's extreme. That's 4. Almost 5. The aerial kick will come out. Bowser getting sent off stage again at 104% damage done. One stock down, trying to get that strike. Does not manage with the aerial. Instead, catches a pole from Palutena. The up strike. That is 7 of 8 up strikes connecting, and that is 6 out of 6 neutral airs connecting for Shady. is going to take the damage difference to be a 2-game lead. Now again, this is the best of 5. If Erna wants to bring it back, he's going to have to win 3 in a row against Shady. Name change back to Cringe, going to Min Min. It has to be a different control scheme, doesn't it? When does Glug play? Glug plays when Glug enters the tournament. That's when Glug plays. I can check the brackets right now. I don't even see him there. Into game 3 we go. Min Min getting the early damage advantage, managing that single platform. This is actually a really good map for Min Min due to the fact that there's only 2 horizontal lanes for Palutena to choose. The edge guard followed by a shield from Min Min. Min Min looking a lot stronger this time with that aggressiveness. Catches the grab on the projected shield from Shady. The hoop coming out, followed by a rocket strike. The vertical attack's not landing, but Emily able to get back into middle stage and punished for it as Min Min has 103% damage done to Palutena. Those ranged strikes working in his favor until he catches a nair. Palutena edge guarding. Shady managing the down A, but it doesn't work. The grab comes out from Min Min, followed by a rocket finisher. 1 stock advantage for Irne as he goes into this 95%. He catches it back up, but it's not enough to get him back on stage. His advantage is gone. 13% damage. All he's managed onto Shady. Palutena with that nair, looking crazy as can be, trying to jump on that second platform to maintain the vertical game. Playing horizontally against Min Min is the most tragic thing you can possibly do. Instead, getting him with the nair, getting him with the second nair, goes for that third one with the side kick, but doesn't land it. Instead, catching a down A from Cringe. Erne firing top first, low second, catching the shield on the second one, goes for the neutral air, top for the second one, top for the third, and connects. The changeup of bottom top, working in his favor. And gone goes Palutena. A 1 stock advantage for Erne. 61% damage taken, but not enough to put him in the red quite yet as he tries to get back on stage. He gets the grab. A very dangerous place for Min Min to play. Palutena as well, with the teleport being a little bit more vertical. The range strike's coming out. Rocket strike is prepped. Hoop is ready. The down strike from Palutena. Palutena looking to edge guard. Instead, teleports back and catches an aerial from Erne. He's got the 81% done to him. 102 now, still at 2 stocks. 1 stock over. 60% damage on Palutena already. The strike for the horizontal comes up, followed by the grab, and the grab is punished. When does Glug play? I'm turning off stream. I'm sorry, man. If I could, I would force Glug to get in here and play just for you. Emily sitting on that last stock, but the damage disadvantage almost gone. As Erne is trying to get that momentum going again, catches the horizontal, the low strike, going for that low, then the high, gets underneath the platform and catches the guys. Oh, forward 1 backwards. Palutena tries to catch the nair. Neither of them catch, but the grab does, and now a very good position for Palutena to try and edge guard. Instead, Min Min gets inside and gets middle map control, sent off with the grab again. Both grabs landing in a row. Palutena starting to flash red. Min Min still at 75% and off stage, trying to manage getting back on and the damage, but can't. It's not. Oh, it is! That'll be game 3 for Shady. Don't go anywhere, don't go anywhere. We still got Javi and 5MI sitting in winner's bracket and ready to play. If you have any idea who Javi and 5MI are, they are from UC Irvine, one of the top esports competitors in the United States. That is collegiate. Collegiate. All right, we're going to be getting right back into it with Javi and 5MI. 5MI on the right-hand side of your screen, Sir Javi on the left. And it looks like controls need to be set. You're silly, Javi. I hope that control scheme never leaves.
Start battle. Sonic Captain Falcon.
All right, here we go. Javi and 5MI in winners. And it looks like I'm going to be switching the side of their graphics. On the left-hand side of your screen, you're going to be seeing 5MI under Pogdre C. On the right-hand side is for Arichan, Javi. Sonic coming out from Javi. Something we did not see last week as he was playing simply Richter. This is the true form of Mr. Javi. Managing that distance, managing that damage game. Sitting at the perfect range outside of 5MI. As the dodge comes in, but not even enough response time in order to capitalize on it. It is a chase game, and he catches it. The first attack to send him offside. Now Javi in a position, back and forth, where he can actually deal the damage and knockback. Oh, but instead catches a fist to 5MI. And now, if you look on your screen, this should be a more accurate reflection of what you are seeing. The up kick's coming out from 5MI, followed by a down kick and a spike to take it to a 3-2-1 advantage. 113% damage has been done to Javi, or sorry, to 5MI. However, Javi is 2 stocks down, trying to claw his way back without taking too much damage on his last stock. Grab comes out. 5MI back on stage, holding down middle map control and coming from that position. A strong place to be, as now 60% damage on the last stock. Woo! Javi able to take the stock from Captain Falcon, as Falcon tries to get that kick combo, catches instead the bouncy booster. As Sonic moves to another location underneath MI, trying to get those combos started. The vertical does 1 and 2, but the third does not. Catches a grab after a Falcon kick misses and goes for that edge guard, catches it, goes for a second one, but this time Captain Falcon manages to get over the head of Sonic and it doesn't connect. 106 damage has been done. The aerial's coming out. Goes for the combo, catches a shield instead, and now the charged up Sonic is kicked off stage, goes for that pullback and is catching it. 103% damage done to Captain Falcon. But Sonic is sitting at 123, flashing red on his last stock. The jump game out. The boost does not hit Falcon, and then Falcon is going to instead send a knee Javi's way to make it a 1-game advantage for 5MI. Looking strong tonight.
Start battle. Captain Falcon.
And they're gonna run it right back. Looking at Sonic and Captain Falcon. Captain Falcon, 5MI's tried and true upkick hero. Sonic, the great distance maker, the great speed creator, coming in for that vertical entrance. Manages to face off to a no damage gain, 23% in his favor from the first strike. Catches a combo on the second, is looking like he's gonna try and press the advantage. Doesn't, catches a second wave of it, and knocks Captain Falcon to a position where he's 70% down on his first stock. The aggressiveness from Javi paying off extremely well early on. The combo blocked from 5MI. He's gonna set his own. Shoulder comes in, the up kick misses. Now Javi is in the position he can create the distance that he needs to in order to play for time should he choose to. A one stock advantage, and Sonic is all but in it. The down strike comes in, the booster to finish, and 5MI is still somehow able to maintain, staying on edge. 134% damage done, 163% damage done, but he's still on stage and fighting. Vertical kicks coming from Captain Falcon, who finishes up with the side kick to take the first stock, even at a disadvantage of percentage. It's that stock game that matters. Shoulder coming out, flashing red but not dead, 173%. A couple more double kicks, catches the boost to his head. The vertical kicks become more and more 5MI's fallback whenever he gets into this position. 192% damage done, still trying to get and claw back to stage. Catches the grab and vulnerability frames working in his favor. He goes for that Falcon kick, punch, grab. I'm not quite sure. It doesn't connect. 203% damage. The grab might even be enough to send him right now. 200% damage. There's nothing you can do. You get breathed on. You're going off stage. Vertical kick combo working for 5MI. The damage output may not be excessive, but controlling the pace of a game with Sonic is critical. The horizontal spins and strikes coming in, followed by an air combo from Javi, managing that damage very effectively. 75% done as he edge guards, somewhere he likes to be. The vertical kick coming up, and the second one, oh, not enough to finish, but very, very close to it. Speed Demon catches him on the way back in for middle map control. The punch, and the uppercut, and the kick finish from Captain Falcon will take that second stock. The spins, the shoulders, and the up kick to follow that combo. 5MI trying to hit it again. Instead, Javi has his own response. 5MI not in the distance to catch him with the kick, but the shoulder dash does. The up air into the shield, but instead both of them get knocked back by the spinning Sonic, who comes through and catches a second combo, but this time almost SDs. Back on stage with an easy correction, holding down middle map control. Javi has him at 172%, but is still on his last stock at 80, 183. I think the finishing capabilities of Sonic is the only thing that's keeping him from completely demolishing this round, as the damage percentile is almost at 420% for Javi. 125% damage done on his last stock. Javi trying to hold on and catch a few really good combos. Flashing. They were definitely yelling Sonic right there. Captain Falcon flashing red but catching the jab combo. The speed comes out, but it's not enough. The flying knee will send Javi to the corner. Instead, Javi comes back with his own rebuttal. It is now a one-stock game, but the kick comes out from 5MI to make it a 2-0 lead. A big shout out to 5MI from Captain Slam coming in from chat. Captain Slam, yeah, that's about right after that first spike. And here we go with the third game of the set. Same characters, same time, same bat channel. The only thing that changed was maybe the map. I don't even remember. Here we are with the first early damage going in Captain Falcon's favor, reversed by the up airs from Sonic, who catches the parry and is instead in a position to try and speed in, chooses not to, manages the distance effectively and catches a second round of his combo, sending Captain Falcon off stage with a B. He waits for the perfect time try and capitalize, and he gets it. 102% early damage done against Captain Falcon, 108% sitting in the red. The jab combo coming out, the up kick, damaging both of them as they speed into each other. Sonic, with that damage difference, sitting at 80%, 60% in his favor and getting smaller. The up kick comes from Captain Falcon, who doesn't manage to break through the shields and instead catches the spikes on the back of Sonic's head as he twists into him. There comes that spin again there. Charging up with that B, instead catches a Falcon kick, reversing the speed, coming back in and hitting Captain Falcon off the stage at 160% damage done to his 85. The damage difference in percentage not necessarily translating to a stock until it does. Goes for the edge guard and doesn't manage the Falcon kick, getting back on stage. Javi in a position now where at 111%, he's sitting at worst knock act. Oh, the reverse combo! Takes the early stock and immediately pays for it. 1 for 1, we're set at 2 stocks, 0% to both sides. We've got Sonic maintaining the middle map control and trying to get the B-spins in. Catches a few of them, starts the combo, and instead the dodge comes out from Captain Falcon, trying to get his legs underneath him, but doesn't manage. He's getting spun up a little bit now. The kick comes out into the shield, followed by a shoulder from Falcon, who up kicks once but denies himself the combo, waiting instead to try and predict where it's going to come from next, and it's the side as Javi manages a second assault. The shield coming out from both sides getting a little bit more defensive. The aerials from Javi increasing the aggressiveness at 104%. That'll be a stock. 1 stock advantage with only 40% damage done. Javi starts to come alive with Sonic, catches a Falcon kick on the way through. The up airs at 1% from 5MI, going to 14 off of 3 hits. He's at 30 off of 4. He's at 50 off of 5. He's at 64, 77, and that's a combo! That's game 3 for Javi.
Stop battle. Sonic. Captain Falcon.
What is it? It's invite only card with unlimited here.
3, 2, 1, go!
I was saying to, told me like,
All right. I just got hit with some really good news on the personal end, but here we are in game 3, 5MI up 2-1 against Javi. Let's transition to get that looking correct as the 100% going out. Captain Falcon at a damage disadvantage for the second time in this set. MI starting to shake ever so slightly, but says no, catches him with the knee to get back on, misses with the uppercut, and instead shields through the B strike coming from Javi. The spin up comes, the spin up connects, the second one for the Nair does not, the third Nair does not, and instead he catches the first of a jab combo that doesn't finish. The spin hitting just the frame outside where it needed to for MI to be able to parry it. Instead, has to get back in his own right, catches the jab, goes for a second back air but doesn't land it. The up kick not landing as well. Falcon kick, parrying and playing off the knee. The aerial knee is going to make it a 1 stock advantage for Captain Falcon at 127% damage done. Still in a good position to increase that damage difference as they go into the second stock of Sonic, who is now trying to get those aerials to send him. It's a 2 stock game. 35% damage, slight disadvantage for Sonic, but Sonic still in control of the momentum of the last game. The up kick combo comes out, followed by the grab just ever so slightly out of range to end the stock early. 99% damage has been done to Sonic. A very, very different set. This time the spin comes in and does not actually go through and catches a Falcon kick on the back end of an uncharged spin. Sonic charging up on the way down but does not commit, trying to play with the mental games of MI, who is playing that short jump combo back on stage. Catches 1, catches 2, and comes back with his knee into the shield. Grab for a second stock. Captain Falcon actually changing out of his up kick combos to start favoring those grabs against a Sonic that has been effectively managing the shield, B, shield, nair combos. Here comes another forward air, but the B comes out, followed by the kick. And then we're back at one stock, 0-0 for both sides. The grab attempt comes out for MI, but nothing connects. The B spin comes in for the first start of a combo, not followed up. The uppercut misses. Sonic moving a bit too fast for anybody to even see, catching him with a back air at the end of his combo. Falcon kick coming through to try and end it. The combo has stopped, momentum shifted, and is now in both directions. Anybody's game, 59%, 69%, 75% on Captain Falcon as it starts to build up. 1, 2, 3, and a grab to finish coming from Hobby, who catches the boost on him again, but is it enough to get him back up? It is. He recovers just fine into the back end of Captain Falcon. The jabs, the uppercut, and the up air. 120% to 56%. Falcon looking for a spike. Sonic looking to deal more damage, staying at the edge of his range, faking out the spins in order to get him off guard, and he does. Hits him twice, sends him off stage at 140%, trying to get back on with those invulnerability frames. He does. Gets to middle map, but doesn't go for control. Sonic able to play the distance game now, looking for the right opportunity to engage. As long as he doesn't play himself, it's in the bag for him. Still 3 minutes of game time left to play. It doesn't look like it's going to be that kind of a match, though, as the game 4 goes to Hobby. And for the first time tonight, we are going into game 5 of a set here in semifinals, Contender eSports Irvine.
Captain Falcon.
All right, going into game 5, 5MI against Javi. One of the most exciting sets we've seen, with Javi's rebuttal in game 3, turning around the tide and getting him working. It is now a 2-2 game with the damage difference very, very close. The jab combo comes up with the uppercut from 5MI. 5MI getting hit on the way back down, catches that air combo again from Sonic, who starts charging up, dodges the first one and catches the second foot. Javi looking very comfortable playing off stage, hits it 3 times, goes for the 4th, and that'll do it. That's the first stock with only 47% damage done to Sonic, who seems to have found his sea legs, now starting to manage the way the boat is moving. Catches him with another air, spin, and a kick. The combos looking more and more ferocious for Javi tonight as the up air combo starts to connects twice. Spin coming out into the shield, but misses the shield and hits the person. A quick backhand and a kick, and a knee is going to take the first stock in 5MI's favor, only down by 70%. Tries to get the momentum clawed back into his favor with an early 2-0 lead. He only needs one more to clutch it out. The spin from Javi at the edge of distance. He gets through the Falcon kick and hits him with the back end of it. The nair coming out, another back air. Oh, he misses the edge guard, but instead sends him off in the other direction. This is a 122% to 0% advantage on the stock. However, this game is decided in stocks, and until that stock moves out and transitions to 1, it's still very much in 5MI's court. The grab comes out, 33% damage, 44% damage as he starts to try and get the combos of his own. Needs to manage the flow of Sonic's B. Sonic gets back on stage and starts to charge again. The shield hitting through, multiple frames active when he connects. The up air coming out from Captain Falcon. Oh, he misses the kick and instead catches a B at 168% now. Flashing red, Falcon kick in, barely manages to mitigate the damage without breaking through. And again, Javi playing off the side of the map, very comfortable there. Catches him with the back air, I want to say, in order to send him flying. It is a 1 stock to 2 stock game with the advantage in Javi's court, although the damage done to him is enough to get spiked, to get knocked, to get grabbed, to get whatever. 5MI looking for that up kick, does not manage to get it. The dodge from Sonic just a few frames too fast as he gets back and gets 55% damage on the combo, continuing it with the aerial strikes. Only 3% damage coming out from the 1 frame that it did connect. The Falcon kick is going to actually connect through the uncharged B-Strike. Back on stage and into the shields he goes. He'll try it again. Javi's starting to become a little bit more predictable with those sides of B, when it's going to connect, when it's not. And he catches a foot. 81% stock percentage advantage. Stock advantage is gone. Fighting over middle map control now. 5MI looking like he wants to hold down in the middle of the map and not get sent over to those edges that he was stuck on last time. Instead, hiding under the platform and getting caught by B-Strike. That one baited out, trying to get through the shield. The up kick comes from 5MI. But the B charge is enough to damage through it. 120% damage. A second B-Strike. Javi playing that will you shield, will you won't game. With Captain Falcon trying to start and manage at least one combo. Instead, getting hit by these B-Strikes. In, out, drive-bys like an A10 Warthog. The back air will finish it. Oh, no, it won't. He's back on stage. He's still ready for it, and he gets spiked by the B combo. What an excellent set of 5. Javi is going to continue on in winners. 5MI is going to have to go and battle it out in losers. The comeback was real, man. How you feeling? His hands are shaky. Knees weak. Arms spaghetti. Vomit on his spaghetti already. Spaghetti, spaghetti. Winners Final coming up to you next. Contenders eSports in Irvine. Remember, we do this every week. It's every Wednesday, starting at 6 p.m. Registration, 7 to 7:30 will kick off. We go until it ends. Prize pool for the night is whatever it is. Tonight we came up with about 250 split between 3. That's 60 to first, 30 to second, 10 to third. You can do the math yourself, but I'll do it for you. 144, 72, 26 is our spread for tonight's winnings. If you are interested, you think you got what it takes, come on down to Contender eSports in Irvine and show us what you got. All right, and it looks like 5MI is out, Javi is in, and playing against him is Shady. Am I correct?
Yeah.
I can tell. Shady. Because he's been on here 6 times tonight. Maybe lowercase, I'll fix that in a minute. And the Sonic coming back out just like it did the time before. This time working against a Pyra Mithra, who is very patient. Catching the early damage, although 83% early on. Mithra sitting in a defensive posture, holding middle map against an aggressive Sonic on the backstage, getting opportunities to charge through, and does with the bait on the first one, gets through the B-Strike on Mithra on the second one. And on the edge of stage, Sonic, being the aggressor for the majority of this, bounces off, and both of them taking about 5 to 10% damage. Mithra not interested in closing that gap against one of the fastest, if not the fastest character in the game. Switching over to Pyra to try and get the damage out, but it's not enough, and Pyra Mithra sent off stage in a spectacular fashion. Shady one stock down, trying to get that disadvantage back. 80% damage has been done to Javi already on this life, looking to extend his own lead. Catches with the up air. Spins into the shield, but misses the grab from Pyra. Shield and switch over to Mithra, as Shady is looking to deal some sort of early game damage and get that distance working. Instead, Javi playing that edge game, not actually committing every single time he spins up, but choosing when is the most appropriate time. The aerials turn into a combo as that foot comes out and connects with the side of Pyra Mithra. Back on stage and onto platform, switching over to Mithra. Goes for that upswing, doesn't catch it, instead catches the grab, 108%, turn into 117. The up bonus comes, the up strike from ground hits, but the second one does not. And now, Sonic back on stage and able to start up his combos again. Spins into Pyra Mithra's, shield. Mithra not able to punish for it, and instead getting a parry and a rebuttal. And the spins turning into up combos for Sonic at 160%. Finally loses his first stock. 95, 103 already done to Pyramithra. Second stock, trying to edge guard now. Spins up but doesn't commit to it. Gets back on stage and Pyra is able to try and get her own combos. Instead, jumping up onto the platforms, shielding and getting through it. Off stage goes Sonic, starting to charge up again. Get the distance in. Instead catches the aerial combo 1, aerial combo 2, aerial combo 3. Shady making it 4, looking for that down strike, doesn't get it. Edgeguard doesn't commit, goes back and tries to hold for the damage for the input. Sonic gives that input, sliding on through and all the way to the other side. Pyramithra going for that grab but not connecting, 120% damage done. The up B strike enough to get her back on stage but catches a grab immediately from that Sonic. Oh, off stage goes Javi trying to get the spike, and instead Pyra's now in position to edge guard. And the shield coming out from Sonic as the triple charge hits. The swing from the sword of Pyramithra, who gets closer to try and get that back a little bit faster. Aerial strike. The booster. Oh no, the side B! Not connecting with the edge of the ledge for Shady. It's going to cost him a stock. One stock advantage at only 63% damage done for Sonic or Javi. Javi playing Richter last week, switching over and showing his true form this week as he switches to Sonic. The up strike coming in, the aerials, but it's the ground kick that connects, followed by a B and a second one. 77% damage on the last stock for Pyramithra. Game one of, I want to say, semifinals. Yeah, semifinals. After this, it will be finals between whoever wins this match.
Correct?
Oh no, this is winner's final, best of 5. Okay, so whoever wins against this will be going against grand finals for whoever is in losers, trying to claw their way back right now. It looks like 5MI is going to be going against the winner of Venus and Slay X in losers, and Erne is going to be going against Ara Scrub here in a minute. 134% damage on Pyramithra's last stock, first game. Sonic flashing red but very comfortable looking in the middle, taking that stock. Oh, not quite. Taking that stock like a champ. 143% damage and trying to make something work with it, using his invulnerability frames to get offensive, but instead catches the shield from Pyramithra and lands the second strike. The booster coming off the edge, narrowly missing Pyra as Pyra gets back on and sends her sword in a spin. Does not connect. Switches back for Mithra, the invulnerability frame for 1 or 2 seconds, able to get Sonic the opportunity to try and grab, but it doesn't connect, and instead he is sent packing. The aerial combos come out. Nair, nair, up air, nair. And the Pyra to try and finish it. It is still a one-stock game. And technically, the percentage is not going to decide it, as Sonic is a very floaty character. Pyramithra taking that damage, putting him at a farther disadvantage. 180 now. You know at 200, even a grab's going to send you. Not quite 200. As back on goes Pyramithra, managing the dead frames and is able to get some sort of an offensive going, but does not connect, and is back off the stage at 200. Goes for that grab and doesn't connect. 66% damage on Sonic. Shady's going to need a heck of a combo now in order to get through it. Spin comes out, but there's no commit from Sonic, who starts shielding a little bit extra to try and make sure that he goes in at the proper time. Into the shield of Pyramithra. Oh, but the back air is going to send game 1 for Javi. Sonic has been picked, but instead of Pyramithra this time, Shady's going to be whipping out the Palutena, looking for them ranged attacks, trying to manage the distance between Sonic, one of the fastest characters in the game, and Palutena, one of the most egregious defender and attacker types for range. There goes the low attacks, trying to get that grab combo, and does. The kick comes out, managing the edge guard on a Sonic. Sonic off stage and happy there, goes for the spin, but instead catches a nair. The kicks come out and turn into a grab from Shady. Shady managing the backstrike with the shield. The Nair comes out and misses, but the spin from Sonic not on target. This one a fake. The distance managed, but the dash kick comes in and misses as well. And Shady is able to manage 113% damage before getting hit. The up strikes do come. The combo of 3 doesn't connect any farther than that, as Palutena now trying to find her ground legs again. Juggling in the air, puts a shield into Sonic's face. Manages her own shield through the spin attack from Javi as Javi tries to jump up and connects. Flashing red is Sonic, managing that distance game, that edge game, looking for the in, but instead catches a shield from Palutena, quick reacting. Comes up for the kick above the edge, doesn't land it, but gets back on instead of being edge guarded. Palutena in the middle, fluctuating shield, no shield, shield, no shield, catching with the fire. That fireball is going to make it a one-stock advantage for Shady going into game 2. The heavy shields coming out from Palutena to show that she is prepared for Sonic's dash attacks. Shady managing distance very well, staying on the side that needs to be stayed on, looking for that middle map control. Only 80% damage taken in the entire game as Sonic is a stock down, but that is quickly shifting as Sonic starts to manage the aerial combo. And he manages it perfectly. 0% to 15%. It is anybody's game now as we are back at 2 stocks for both competitors. 17% on the first strike, making it a dead even game as Sonic looks to chain his aggressive attacks. 1, 2, and 3, catches a 4th, goes for spin on the 3rd, misses the Nair from Palutena and connects with the 5th. The spin that time not connecting as Palutena goes back for that middle map control and starts to fluctuate the shields again. Getting the bait out, but doesn't quite get it, and the ranged attack does not connect. The light burst as Sonic charges up and goes back in. No combo this time, just tries to get out with the Nair, shields through the ranged attacks, and instead catches a foot in response. That time the range is connecting. Damage output in the 3 and 4% per strike. Nair comes out and misses, followed by an aerial from Javi, who drops the booster on Shady's head. 109% damage done to Palutena, 50% damage advantage for Sonic. Not too crazy. The flashing red Palutena manages to grab. Is she going to get the up air? No, she is! Gets the second one, goes for the 3rd, but doesn't quite have the room as Sonic, one of the jumpier characters, gets off to the side of stage. The teleport up, getting hit by the boost, and then having to teleport again. Shady back on stage, in control where he wants to be. The spin baited from Javi twice, baited a 3rd time, but instead just a regular dash. 130% done to Shady as Shady gets back on stage and edge grabs for those invulnerability frames. The shield fluctuations from Palutena have been really effective at managing when that Sonic commits and full commits. The Nair is not connecting from Palutena, trying to get a little bit more damage so that you can combo. Oh, the reverse! And the up air! Or sorry, up strike. That's an up tilt. The grab sending Palutena back at 150%. Still not a lot of force with that throw from Sonic. The B button comes out to try and manage the damage game. The grab attempt comes out, followed by another. Back on stage goes Sonic to middle map control, but not far enough to hit as Palutena punishes for that distance, that gap, that frame. And aerial combos for 50%, 150, 67. The damage difference advantage in Palutena's favor, as every damage that she does is just going to be tacked on to the next stock, and now it is time. 1 stock to 1 stock, 82% advantage for Palutena, as the once aggressive Sonic is managing and trying to remanage when he initiates. Aerial strike, aerial combo coming out and connecting for 30% damage. Sonic missing the B but catching the grab. Goes for that down strike but does not connect. The grab comes out instead. Oh no. The 3rd attempt at a grab connects, but this time Shady has a rebuttal of his own with the shield strike. Goes for that down strike and doesn't get it. Oh, the heavy tilt misses twice as Sonic is just out of range of it. And instead he grabs in the wrong direction. having to reset after the miss. The grab comes out from Palutena, 120%. The up air does not go to finish. Looking for something else is Shady on the edge guard. The B charge comes out through the perfect frame. The shield does not show up. The up air coming from Emily does not connect, but the Nair does. The fireball goes to finish twice, doesn't connect either time, and it's 134 to 95 on the last stock here. It could go either way with one strike. B coming in from Sonic, managing the distance, gets to the edge and looks at the invulnerability frames like a safe haven. Middle map and a parry coming from Palutena, looking to dictate control of the game, but instead almost catches the air. The grab comes out 140%, breaks off of the grab. Sonic and Palutena both flashing red. The distance game, both of them staying on their side of the field, waiting for their Pokemon trainer to yell out what move to do next. Instead, the initiation comes from Sonic, who baits it and bowls out. Palutena playing the jumpy game, trying to maintain the distance, and catches a strike! Game 2! Shady.
I like looked up to confirm too, because it should have killed you. Because I could have gone the laser on stage by, I went off stage and I took my hand off my ball. I could have canceled it by, thought I would fall stage, but I didn't. So I literally had my hand off the controller. Oh, that's so bad.
Looks like Palutena and Sonic are going to have a second chance to fight it out. One game squarely in both contenders' courts. It is now officially a best of 3. That's all they've got left to play. The range strikes coming out from now a very, very cautious Palutena, playing the distance properly. The up kicks come from Javi. It's a triple combo, but all of it connects. The speed demon comes out but catches a nair from Palutena. Palutena looking to punish any farther, sits at the edge and goes for that shield but doesn't catch it. Instead, catching a few spins from Javi as a rebuttal. The spin, the back, the third time with the charged B. The third one actually connecting for 3 or 4 frames. The damage difference very even for both competitors as Palutena manages to make it a vertical game. Oh, and the A tilt does not connect, but the grab does from Palutena, looking to get those heavy strikes in and get that stock up early to give him some breathing room. Shady now at a 1 stock advantage, 57% damage done on the first stock. And a little bit more damage from Javi as Javi starts that charge up game. This time does not bait it, but immediately commits to it. And Shady has no problem jumping over it. Oh, connects on the back, goes for that aerial and catches it. 101% damage done. The speed, the tilt does not connect, but the B strike afterwards does, and the aerial to follow up. 127% damage has been done on the combo. Sonic very good at dealing out that hurt in rapid succession. Palutena goes for the spin with the rod, but does not connect. Outside of the frame distance, the spin comes in from Javi, as Javi is now running and using the shield game to his advantage to try and bait out the attack. Shady with the shield, playing a lot more vertically than he did before, trying to maintain. Oh, gets his shield in time for the B strike twice, catches the grab or a jab, I'm not sure, as a response, and is now going to up air, go for the second, misses it. Oh, Javi goes for his heavy tilt, and both are going to connect with air and shield respectively. The aerial comes out from Javi, off stage now trying to edge guard. Back to middle map. Palutena wants to be here at 133% on her first stock still. 65% done to the second stock of Javi, as Javi needs to come back and manage the distance and damage that he puts out in a rapid succession. 151% on Palutena, not necessarily transmitting to a stock. There it goes. 1 stock down from Shady. It is now 2 stocks to 2 stocks, 65% in the court, to the advantage of Shady. Aerial strikes coming out from Sonic, 5% managed on the entire combo, but it gets Palutena off stage and out of position and back to where she has to shield in order to maintain. They play at their distances, trying to guess and range each other out, and this time Palutena with the advantage in the up air combo after missing her range strikes. The rebuttal from Javi. Javi managing 50%, 60% on the combo, catching an up air at 111, 70%. The combo's on the way down with the strikes. Oh, his spin move canceled before it can execute by the backhand of Shady, as Shady tries to catch a second one and a third one instead, shielding through the first of Javi's spins and catching the second from Javi. Javi flashing red, and Palutena almost there, gets the catch and is now flashing. On the edge, goes for that nair, but instead catches a few feet from Javi. Palutena trying to get back on, teleports to middle map, putting herself in a good position here. As the flashing red, oh! Flashing red turns into a combo. And a response, the fireball coming out from Shady to end the second stock of Javi. Javi now at a one stock disadvantage with 150% damage done, but remember, it's an all stock game. That damage percentile needs to be low for Sonic if he's gonna have any kind of advantage for that next stock. 160 has been done, drops his boost, drops the second one, but it's still Palutena's ability to get back on stage that gets her back into the life. 166, 169, not very much damage coming out per combo, but each one of them sending Palutena into a disadvantageous position. The up air comes out, that's two of them, 60% damage done on the last stock. There comes one. He needs to finish it with a combo in order to make it, but the teleport comes out and Palutena's back on stage with the vulnerability frames. Oh! And she's sent off with the air. 60% stock percentage has been done to Javi on his last stock. However, he goes for the grab and doesn't connect. It is still anybody's game. The damage percentile not in the red for either of them. One or two heavy combos from Sonic can put him in the position to take this back on a game 3. Palutena on the edge, trying to manage the ranged attacks, instead going for the back air, but doesn't connect, goes for the nair instead. Neither of them ready to hit, but the connect from Javi looking good. 60 to 73, the damage difference has been destroyed. It is now a dead even game at the last stock between two of our top competitors. The ranged attack comes out, but does not commit. That time, Sonic does. Catches the back air from Shady to give him back the momentum required to manage middle map position. The spins, none of them connecting because they're all bait. The combo off of the early counter attempts. Palutena stuck in a position of 121 damage done, 129, sitting at the edge of stage, trying to get back on. Goes for that teleport and does connect. Goes for a second one just to manage where he's gonna land. The nair doesn't connect. The up air, or sorry, the up strike, up tilt does not. Followed by another nair attempt. The shield, the grab, the throw, 104% damage done, 130 on the other side. The up tilt doesn't finish it. He's still in. It's not quite enough damage yet. He goes for it. Gets back on stage now. 123 to 130. Both of them one strike away from being destroyed on this game 3. Sonic managing distance very well, but both of them running in and shielding as if to try and bait out the opponent and catch the dead frames on the other side. Shady punishing the attempt. Both of them getting back on stage with the back foot. Is gonna give it to Javi. Now one game up in the set of 5. Javi needs to hit one more win in order to clinch finals and head to grand finals. Still in this map, in this match in losers right now. 5MI facing off against Venus in losers quarterfinals, and in losers semifinals we have Ara Scrub going against the winner of whoever is in that match. Let's see him.
Let's go, Connor.
All right, here we are in game 4. Palutena taking the early damage as a more aggressive Javi coming out the gate with that one game advantage, ready to risk it all in order to get that damage on Palutena, hoping this new strategy is going to translate, but instead he's getting edge guarded for the first time in the set efficiently by Palutena, who is being a lot more aggressive on controlling that edge and making sure that Javi's not able to start spinning and charging up. The damage difference now back even, as an aggressive Sonic looking to continue it starts to hold middle map control and back off, running back and forth and managing that shield game. In comes that early B, getting into the range of Palutena, who punishes it just for a very small amount of damage, tries to get a ranged attack of her own, and ends up catching a speed for it. Spins from side to side for Javi, a little more dangerous than necessary as he's stuck off stage again. Oh, he misses the explosive light, but is back on stage, and the down smash does not connect. The up air attempt doesn't connect as well as the shields coming out from Palutena looking good. The grab coming back. 119% damage has been done to Sonic as the Nair might be enough to finish it. The explosive light not connecting, but the second Nair hitting again. The third Nair, can he hit it again? He's already hat-tricked it. And back off the stage, one stock from Javi. Shady with that one stock advantage, 107% damage already done to him in the set. Needs to manage his distance and his damage done. Instead, takes that 0%er and is now 2 stocks to 2 stocks at 0% across the board. We are dead even in game 4. The grab with the follow-up for Palutena leading to a hefty edge guard as Sonic is stuck in a position of how do I get back on the stage. 45% damage on it. The Nair coming out, followed by the kick, but it doesn't connect. Palutena having to get back on stage, dodging the spin from Javi. The increase in spin pushing through. The attacks come out, and now the down kick from Javi, looking to manage and extend any kind of damage combo he can get. Palutena with the grab, throws him down, hits him with that heavy shield, and the jump up from Javi trying to get back on stage. The grab comes out again. Oh, this time might be a jab combo as well. Down strike, misses a few frames early, catches a back flip and a back kick. And now Palutena's in the position that she's got to manage her damage at a 2 stock to 2 stock, only 30 or 40%. Ooh! In the advantage of Palutena, who manages to teleport and get back on stage, hit him with that down air and go for that explosive light, which does not connect. Ari, Sean, Javi trying to get back on stage. He does with the up B. The spin comes in and does not quite win, so he charges up and sends it again. Instead, he's having a floaty Palutena jumping up above the spins, not really as perturbed as he was in game 1. 91% damage done. The spins coming out, the grab to finish as the damage, the back flipping throw. 108 to 125%. Ooh, 108 to 0% as that stock is removed from Javi. Palutena looking to extend that stock lead into damage of any kind. 133 done, but the Nair and the up air tried to finish into the shield instead. Oh, and a Nair from Sonic is going to send Palutena to her last stock. Palutena at 27%, Sonic at 19. It is very even here at the end of game 4. The charge up coming from Javi. Back on the stage with that back air. Oh, and hit in the middle of his charging sequence. Sonic takes a little bit extra damage and tries to spin up again, but instead baits it into a shield against the shield of Palutena. This time going for a grab and then an aerial kick. Does not manage it. The down strike doesn't get that early back on stage hit. Sonic baiting out every single one of the attacks, waits for that range strike to be committed, and then comes in for that little bit of damage that's done. The cancel's looking real as Shady shields through the kick. Sonic looking a bit more Sonic-y. Playing that time game. Spin, 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 get the damage. Got 2 minutes left. Let's do it again. And instead catches a Nair. Barely back on stage. The tilt comes in the wrong direction as Javi ends up above him, not to the side of him. Gets the shield through the strike and he has to deal with it again. Here comes that heavy spin, but it's a bait. Here comes it again. It's committed to. The down strike comes from Shady. Shady at 105% damage taken. Hits the range to put Sonic at 91% damage taken. The jumping spin attacks and the spin attacks from both sides. A mental chess game of who's going to commit first and have dead frames. And it looks like Palutena is going to be punished for it. 126% damage to 96% damage. Palutena with a minute 19 left to try and finish Sonic. The counter comes out, but it's too early as Sonic baits it, gets the grab, and sends Palutena at 141% off stage. Sonic perfectly happy to play the bait game and wait at the edge of the range of the other competitors. 2 games up and looking for his third. He says, I'm only 60 seconds away. All I gotta do is play for time. And it looks like he's going to. 154% damage done to Palutena. Palutena has to land a spike or a big move here in order to get the damage output required to win the game. 43 seconds. Time clock is starting to tick down. The spins baited from Javi, creating that time distance. And this is why in Smash we measure things by frames, because it's 60 frames per second. And if you don't see that, you're not going to see that neutral air. Sonic is going to take game 3 for Javi.
Alright, back to work.
All right, next up on stream, we are at Losers Quarterfinals. It is going to be 5MI against Venus. This will be a best of 5 match, just like we've seen before. On your left-hand side, you are looking at Venus. On the right-hand side, you see 5MI returning for, I want to say, the 3rd or 4th time tonight. Now, just to reiterate what we're playing for tonight, this is a around $250 prize pool. 240, I think is the exact number, but every week we do this. We have this prize pool. You come in, you try and earn your daily money, your lunch money, your rent, however hard you want to take it. But if you show up Contender Irvine, Contender eSports in Irvine, is a $15 entry, and it's going to a prize pool that is then collected by the players. Moving into this game 1 between Venus and 5MI. 5MI looking to come back from a heartbreaking defeat earlier and catches the early combo. Venus off stage in a position that he might not be able to recover from, but he does. He saves his up B for the proper moment, headbutts in and catches a save, is now alive and kicking at 58% damage done, makes it a dead even game against Captain Falcon, who looks like he wasn't expecting it. The combo comes out from Falcon to do the damage required, and he tries, and he gets the 2-2. No, he's back on stage! Luigi managing the recovery so efficiently that it kills 5MI's momentum. Back on stage, but at 133%, there goes Venus off with Captain Falcon at 40%. With a 0 stock disadvantage now, dead even game, as the spike comes out and the attempt is reversed by Luigi, whose recuperability is looking fantastic right now. Catches with that early plug, but it's not enough to send him off, and Captain Falcon is going to catch the second stock with a flying knee. Aerial strikes coming out from Venus. Venus instead catches it! The instant kill! 1 stock to 1 stock, a very, very volatile game. Only about a minute and 30 seconds into the match, already down 4 stocks on the match. Oh no, the up B! And that is going to be the fastest round on stream tonight, with Venus taking an early round 1. Y'all tell me if I'm too loud, right? An excellent, excellent round 1 for Venus as he tries to extend that lead into a second game against 5MI, one of the strongest Captain Falcons I have seen to date. That being said, I haven't seen too many of them. Here we go with the up kicks. The combo's coming out. 5MI looking a bit more aggressive. Says, nah, not again. Goes for that spike, but it's a little bit too far on edge. The jab's coming out. Luigi is still fighting off stage. and is able to get back on. For some reason, the recoverability of Luigi has been outstanding. Down one stock with only 40% damage done, though, at a disadvantage that he doesn't like to see as Captain Falcon starts his combos. A very effective combo maker. The slappy hands coming out from Luigi, the damage from the plunger, comboing into it. Oh, he catches the parry, throws out his plunger again, but this time it doesn't connect, and he's off stage in a position that he doesn't want to be in, but makes it back on, catches a grab as punishment for his survival. Instead, almost spiking, and spiking without! Captain Falcon down to 2 stocks. 70% damage has been done to Luigi, 90-95. That stock advantage almost in Captain Falcon's favor. The down kick comes out, the flying knee to rebut. It doesn't finish. Up kick coming out, not quite enough. Luigi with the amazing recuperability back on stage and into the legs of Captain Falcon. Sends it to a 1 stock advantage, his favor. Luigi with the spin falls off of the platform and connects for a few frames, setting the momentum for a combo in his favor, and he lands it. 62% damage done. Although it's stock down, he is dealing the damage required. Oh, and Captain Falcon with the response of his own. The up kick combo starting to come up. Only stopped by that B spin. Oh, and almost in the wrong direction and off match. Luigi still able to get himself back on stage at 85% though. 133 for Captain Falcon as he is reset to his last stock. Venus managing his distance now, trying to stay out of flying knee range of Captain Falcon and use that plunger to his advantage. However, middle map control only works when the opponent attacks you. The damage advantage is securely in Captain Falcon's court as the down spike puts him at 100. The aerial's coming out from Luigi to try and mitigate a little bit of that difference. Back on stage, he shields through the kick that would have ended him, and now Captain Falcon is sitting in a defensive posture trying to get a back air to work. Instead, catches a kick on the ground, and Luigi with another flawless recovery. Off the side of the stage in a very dangerous position to be for Captain Falcon because of the fact of Luigi being able to spike and manage his off-map gameplay so effectively. It's led to Captain Falcon playing a much heavier edge guard, or much lighter edge guard. Game 2 for 5MI. That caught me.
Stop battle. Captain Falcon.
And we're on to game 3, best of 5. This is going to be losers quarterfinals. After this, you got Ernie, Ara Scrub, and then we'll play through all the way to grand finals. Oh, early combos in Luigi's favor. Not much damage done, but it's enough for an instant stock. Venus has been pulling out these crazy instant stocks, these crazy spikes. It seems to be that his strategy is to play the game in a way that does not use the map. You just play out the side of it, hit him against the bottom of it. Combo comes out from Captain Falcon trying to manage another spike, but doesn't end up getting it that time. Plays off stage, gets him with the down kick, but catches the spin as a rebuttal. The flame goes out into an aerial combo attempt from Luigi that is punished by a flying knee and a Falcon kick from Captain Falcon. It looks like Luigi might be out of range to get, oh, he's not! He gets that grab. He goes for the combo into the dodge of Captain Falcon, neither of them committing to an attack, so their frames are reset in time for them to get away from each other. The aerial kick coming out from Luigi. Oh, the flying knee kick from Captain Falcon, putting Luigi at 140%, maybe 1 stock up, but in a bad position. Captain Falcon goes for the spike and doesn't get it, but catches the next kick. It is a 2-2 game with the percentage advantage in Captain Falcon's disadvantage. Advantage to Luigi as he gets the grab, sends him up, catches that B, and that's stock 2. Luigi's such a volatile character from what I've seen right now. We had Jake showing it earlier tonight, and now we have Venus showing how it is truly done. Boss battle style with that kick, catches the combos. MI hitting with the rebuttal of his own, the back air into a B from Luigi. Managing the up kick, doesn't get the combo as Luigi breaks out of it. 1 stock up, 80% damage done to Captain Falcon, who needs to get a big combo. Instead, gets hit on the front of his tilt and doesn't manage it all the way through. kicked, punched, and sent. That'll be game 3 for Venus. And as we go to game 4 of this best of 5, it is important to remember that this is loser's bracket. Whoever loses this set is going home.
Start the battle. Luigi.
And it's going to be a run it back mode for the fourth time this set. This is game 4, Captain Falcon versus Luigi in losers quarterfinals. And Luigi with the quick attacks coming out. Captain Falcon with the more aggressive stance this time, almost landing an immediate kill, but doesn't spike because he's learned not to try and spike this Luigi. Luigi playing under platform for 37%. Captain Falcon trying to manage the damage done. Goes for that uppercut, but doesn't catch it, and instead catches... Oh! The instant kill from Luigi for the 3rd time this set. Here comes the up strike from Captain Falcon. Trying to get those invulnerability frames to work in his favor, but one stock down with the damage differential and combo going in Luigi's favor. He gets that grab kick, gets back on stage, tries to make it work for a combo, but instead he's caught again! That's the 4th time this set that Luigi has managed his instant kill. Getting sent flying, trying to get that first stock off. Captain Falcon playing the edge perfectly, manages the hit and the back air, but just not enough damage to get out. Luigi getting back on stage with that recovery. The up kick happens, but instead, the up kick does not happen, and he's sent off stage. It is now a 1-stock deficit for Captain Falcon trying to stay alive in game 4. 24% damage done to him already. As he tries to get some sort of advantage or momentum going in his favor, he catches the jab combo and goes for the spike against Luigi, but it costs him his life, and that'll be 5MI's tournament tonight as Venus is going to continue on to losers semifinals. It's going to be a very, very short break. We'll be back in about 2 minutes with the next set. In the meantime, I'm going to get set up for Ara Scrub versus Venus.
Start the battle.
With only 4 people left in the tournament, important to note that this next match will decide who is and who is not in the monetary loot pool.
Pokemon Trainer.
Refresh.
On the left side of your screen, you are going to see Ara, so it is going to be a transition on the stream in just a second. Ara is playing Squirtle currently, and you already know that Venus, continuing on his streak, will be playing as Luigi with the early damage on Ara Scrub, extending to 72%. Ivysaur coming out to try and rebut some of that damage, but instead catches a second combo and an early death, as switching over to Charizard is going to be the only option for Pokemon Trainer. And back to Squirtle for that early game. Tries to get the combo with the Surf managing to get back up on stage, but will it be enough? Damage difference, one stock down, is the same. And if you look on screen now, it should be more accurate to who it is that you are watching. The air coming out for Ara Scrub. Ara Scrub's Razor Leaf and Ivysaur, one of his favorite combos. Catches a Vine Whip on the way down. Trying to manage where this Luigi is able to play at. Instead, catches him back on stage with the B from Luigi. Followed by an aerial. The switch to Charizard comes out. The up B does make him back on stage. And the claws get a little bit of that damage requirement. There goes the fire from Charizard, looking a lot like a Bowser edge guard. Instead, just out of range for the plunger. Luigi comes in and throws him over the top of his head. Catches him with a plunger on the way out and throws another one down there to try and catch him. The invulnerability frames for Charizard are going to allow him to get back on stage at 132%. The kick comes out, managing to offset the plunger damage, but the B spinning strike, followed by the aerial, is going to send it to a 3-1 game. 110% damage done to Luigi, but 2 stocks to play with. As Ivysaur comes back out, Luigi looking to make it a 3-0 game if he can. Managing aerial after grab. Catching him with a butt strike on the end of the combo. Throws out the plunger to try and mitigate the Vine Whip coming down, and he does. Charizard having to up B to stay on stage. Every time he does, he doesn't answer for it. Oh, and the head strike coming from Charizard is going to take the first stock. Luigi at 0% is going to end game. Oh no, it's not over. Charizard, a heavy character, able to down and away it and stay in. While flashing red, he's sitting on the edge. Gets that fire out just to manage a little bit of damage, but it's not going to be enough overall. He's got to get a combo going. That aerial strike coming in. He dodges back out. Luigi looking for that B strike and catches it. Damage percentage squarely in his favor, but the parry keeping Ara alive. Ara goes for the strike and catches the B combo again. Game 1 is going to go into Venus's corner.
Start the battle. Luigi, Pokemon Trainer.
All right, y'all, we're getting back here for game 2. Game 1 goes to Venus, but that doesn't mean it's over yet. It's the best of 5. The aggressiveness from Luigi, early game, paying off throughout the night as the slappy slap comes out into the surf. He is managing the response from Ara almost perfectly. Catches him 4 times on the edge, but not the 5th time. Luigi managing that damage effectively, but catching 55 of his own as he tries to get Ivysaur into the position that he can edge guard him again. Instead, middle map control taken by Ivy and quickly lost. The Razor Leaf goes out in the wrong direction just to give himself a little bit of depreciation from falling. Catches the Vine Whip and gets back on. Catches a Nair into Luigi. Luigi back on stage at 73%. The switch to Charizard happens just in time for Charizard to be sent flying with the damage accrued through Ivy. Squirtle out there looking to get the damage on the early stock, but doesn't get it. Instead, catches a parry from Luigi and starts to get juggled. Response for that is to knock him down. 91% on Luigi, but 45, 55, 71. It is now even damage between Squirtle and Luigi with a 1-stock advantage for Venus. And the edge guard comes out. The attempt at a stun spore from Ivysaur does not connect. Instead, the transition to Charizard for his vertical launch does, and Charizard is almost sent packing again as soon as he comes out. 100% to 106, and he throws him. He's going for that edge. Is he going to do the flame? He is. Back on stage from underneath. Luigi is able to get back on and safe and head to middle map control. Slappy, slappy, slappy. He says to Charizard, you can't get back on. There we go. He gets on with the invulnerability stage. Oh, into the B. The spin happens again. Squirtle looking to make anything happen against this Luigi right now as the up air combos are repeated. And the stun spore from Ivy is going to take a stock from Luigi. The Razor Leaf coming out, Vine Whip to follow. Neither of them connect. Luigi trying to keep that distance close as he goes for physical combo after physical combo. Sends out his plunger, the edge guard, doesn't get it, and so he aerials into him. Slap, slap to finish that attack as Ivysaur is at 114% on his last stock, transitioning to Charizard, and I'm wondering if it's going to happen again. No, he's going to go for the grab and get the 39% damage on Luigi. Luigi's in a position now where he could be edge guarded, but instead gets up with his up B in time for the invulnerability frames. Charizard trying to get back on stage. Instead, game 2 is going to go to Venus.
Start the battle. Pokemon Trainer, Luigi.
Here we go for the third in a row. It is Pokemon Trainer against Luigi. Words between the two competitors as they start this last fight.
Go!
Squirtle flashing blue, but taking the early 10% damage. Catches with a combo, looking to make something happen now. Back into him, gets Luigi at 31% and goes to continue the combo. The squirt gun coming off to keep him on the edge, as instead, he starts to juggle with the tail whip. Ivysaur coming in and managing the distance effectively. The Razor Leaf coming out, caught by a combo. As Luigi tries to start his own work, the Vine Whip does not connect from Ivysaur. Again, the grab comes back on as now Luigi is sent off stage, catches a Nair, catches a Vine Whip, catches a Razor Leaf, and is actually in a position that he's getting edge guarded pretty hard. Oh, instead he manages the up combo. That's going to be one stock off of Pokemon Trainer, but 83% damage done to Luigi. It is very possible to get him on that amount of damage. Instead, the switch comes out to Squirtle as Charizard wasn't working too well and Ivysaur is back out. Boom! The spike comes out and Luigi is down to 2 stocks. Only a 70% damage difference between both competitors now, and that difference is shrinking 31% to 74. The plunger attacks from Luigi are just not connecting as he comes in for the aerial strike into the shield of Ivysaur, who responds with the Vine Whip of his own 3 times. Catches him with the Razor Leaf as well before that, but not after. That time parrying through the first Vine Whip and catching, Razor Leaf and catching the second. Luigi trying to manage his kicks and get back into it. Vine Whip to grab the edge. Vine Whip stun spore to do the damage. Charizard transition, but it's not enough to grab the ledge as Luigi is there and catches him. Squirtle back out, but only 100% damage difference between the 2 stocks. The combo for Squirtle as Squirtle is getting juggled just a little bit. The grab comes out. The switch to Ivysaur as the attempt at a down spike happens, but instead the up spike connects and Luigi paints your screen like one of his French girls. There goes the combo into the last stock. 0% for Luigi. Vine Whip and Ivysaur not connecting in the invulnerability frames, but connecting immediately after. The B spin starts to come out from Luigi, looking a little bit more tentative now than he was when he started, as Ara is looking and will continue looking. That'll be a 3-0. Venus will be heading on to losers finals against Shady.
You fucking bitch, Ara. Money. He's like 7-0 on me. I don't fucking care. He's like 4-0 on me until today.
Yo, he's on fire tonight. His edge guard on 5MI, he spiked him and hit him 4 times with the insta kill. It's unreal. Unreal. All right, so Venus will be continuing on next up against Shady. Protagonist has fallen. Muffin, I didn't want to see Ara go out like that either, but it is good to see Luigi absolutely doing work right now.
Versus Venus on Stream Station.
And now we're going to see if Shady and his Palutena are going to be the counter to that Luigi. Maybe Palutena, maybe he rocks the Pyramithra that he was rocking in the beginning. Either way he goes, it's going to be a strong matchup against Luigi. All right, Shady back in losers finals against Venus. One of them will be staying alive. Both of them will be going home with money tonight. This is first, second, and third place are all that is left in the event.
Start the battle. Luigi. Mithra.
And we will be seeing the Pyramithra coming out.
3, 2,
Starting out with Mithra against Luigi. This is game one of losers final. Shady versus Venus. On the left-hand side of your screen, you can see Shady. Young Peter Parker from earlier in the night, coming to show everyone the superhero that he is. Against Venus, the man who has been instant KOing some of our top contenders with Luigi tonight. And the early game is going to be 43% damage done to Pyramithra right out the gate from Luigi as the distance is managed, and Pyra manages to get back with a swing of her own. Catching onto her sword and going for that additional combo, the heavy striker Pyra. Luigi with the shield followed by the air. Air again. Can he do it a third time? That time was up there. Oh, the shield does not last long enough. The multiple frames, it's like 16, 17, 18 frames active. Who knows? From Mithra's thrown sword, so Pyra's thrown sword. Luigi back on stage with his recovery. The flames come out from both sides. Green flame doesn't connect. The red flame into the shield. The second one does as Pyra is sent flying by a headbutt from Luigi. 118% damage has been done to this stock, so he is in that danger territory of being sent by absolutely anything that Pyra has to offer. But the switch to Mithra comes out and the aerial combos start to happen to transition. The down strike does not connect. Oh, and a parry on the one frame that reaches Luigi as Luigi is able to get out of the danger zone there, but is sent with the next aerial strike. 10% to 0%. Almost a dead even game here as we move into the second stock of the first game, losers finals. We got Shady, Pyramithra with that neutral air coming in clutch. Down air, neutral air, up strike. That's it. Pyra with that damage transition from Mithra, getting some additional damage done as Luigi battles to get back onto stage. He gets through the shield of the first one, catches the grab, the down air twice into the instant. And Shady is down to one stock with 70% damage done to Luigi. That combo looking absolutely nasty for Luigi. The aerial combo comes out from Mithra. Pyra transitions in and does the additional damage on the strike. 104% damage is going to be not enough to send Luigi quite off. At 128 though, that will send him. It is now a one stock to one stock game with almost even percentage. 10% advantage for Luigi, almost negligible as it is countered immediately by the first strike from Pyra's sword. Pyra sends it again, but that time does not connect and comes down with the aerial, followed by the up. Does not connect. B strike does. 49% damage on Pyramithra. Luigi with the up kicks, comboing in. Catches, misses the second aerial, and instead throws out the up B. The dead frames are going to be punished by Shady, who has been playing just cautious enough to punish. 85 to 88%. Pyra throws away her swords and gets slapped for it. Literally. Instead, Pyra's looking for that range, trying to get the down strike as the slaps come in. Luigi is sent back for the first. He doesn't get edge guarded too hard though, manages to get back on. The flames come out from Pyra and Luigi. Of course, Pyra is just a little bit stronger, also carried by a sword. It does land, the down air, followed by that B strike again. It doesn't matter, Luigi is back on stage. The way that he jumps with a... Oh! With the strike from Pyra sending him back off stage, I was going to say with the way that he jumps from horizontal to vertical like that, it's so hard to punish and spike Luigi because he comes from under stage and he catches with the feet into the kick. Game 1 is going to go to Venus.
Stop the battle. Luigi Pyra.
And as we begin this game 2, it's going to be a run it back mode of Pyra Mithra versus Luigi. This time, Mithra coming out a lot more aggressively to the start with a 50% damage right off the bat, and is going to go for the grab instead of a normal edge guard, sending off with that up air. And it's in a position that Luigi is able to recover. So she tries it again. That's going to be a 6% stock for Shady. Looking a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more turnt. This time, catching a very small combo from Luigi that just piles and piles up. 41% damage done in 4 strikes. The down air comes from Pyra. Pyra with the second strike, looking for a third one. Sends out the B, but it doesn't connect. Gets her sword back and pushes Luigi into the frames of damage. Luigi at 37%, but 1 stock down. They're both at about the same damage percentage. Pyra Mithra managing the distance and trying to get those thrown swords a lot more often, just juggling back and forth with it. The down strike followed by the up air coming out. Second up air, not enough to finish Luigi, but damn close to it as the boost comes up and the vertical jump saves Luigi at 108%. The next strike he hits, that's a tilt, is gonna send him flying. And back up he comes. The invulnerability frames keeping him safe, but not from being punished by being sent back off screen again. He comes up with the recovery. Down air does not connect from Luigi. The flames don't either, but the slappy slap does. As he comes in, goes for the grab, catches the first attack and follows up with the second grab. 141%, 153. He's down a stock and trying to survive right now as Pyra Mithra is just managing that damage. And now it's 3 stocks to 1 stock. Shady starting to come alive real quick as he switches to Pyra and stays there. The damage from that up smash being, up smash and up air being his main difference here. Goes for the spike but doesn't quite catch it. Instead, both of them manage to get back on stage. Oh, and Luigi with the up B, putting himself in a few dead frames, punished by Pyra. The slap comes out and he tries to get back to middle map. Instead, catches a down air on the process. Dodges in behind. Shady catches every single frame to the shield and sends his legs out. Shady's stuck in a position now that he's got to fight back on. And the side B is going to have to... Oh! He is being edge guarded to a T 1, 2, 3 times. That is going to be the stock required. Pyra Mithra now at 2 stocks with Luigi on his last at 92% damage already done to him. He's got to play more cautious. He's got to play more reserved, or maybe he's got to be more aggressive, but he's got to make a choice because the damage difference is enough that in 4 minutes this game goes to Shady. With the B strike coming out from the swords again, Pyra very clear about the fact that she wants to end this thing early. The down strike coming out, followed by the grab from Luigi. Down strike, down air. Catches with the combo. Starts to send it, but instead catches the back end of that sword flare. And is back on stage, both of them shielding through each other's strikes. The strike of just a few frames, able to hit Luigi and send him flying at 150% damage. Not looking too good for the escape artist. Back on stage he goes. He doesn't go for the slap, but catches the back end of an up air, and that will be game 2 for Shady.
Nice one, Pyra!
Stop battle. Luigi Pyra.
All right, here we go in game 3. Losers finals, best of 5 here. 0% on both sides, as it always is, but no one going out as aggressive as they could have. Pyra Mithra sending out that sword for range and instead catching a combo from Luigi, who got to choose the map this time. And of course, is up to a 78% advantage on it. Pyra playing a bit more reserved, a bit more down air, a bit more throw that sword and combo. It catches the early strike and the early stock off of Luigi, who looks like he's trying to get into that off stage range so that he can punish the 105% damage he did on the last stock without taking too much more. Instead, he gets the jab combo, and that'll be the stock. It is 0 to 5%. 2 stocks for both players. A very dead even game. The strike comes out the side B from Pyra Mithra again. Pyra loving that sword strike as the main gap creator and damage dealer because of the amount of active frames that it has. Granted, she does not have a sword when she throws it. She is able to manage, I want to be here and running away at the same time. Grabs coming out from Luigi, still down low and not up in the space that it needs to be. However, Pyra Mithra's sword strikes do pierce the bottom of the platform, meaning that Luigi, tries to catch the up B combo and doesn't. And instead is sent off stage to a position where Pyra Mithra can now edge guard. But instead, Pyra throws away her sword a second time, shielding through the attempted grab because it was in the air from Luigi. It didn't connect. The up air comes out. Pyra with the strikes on the ground, trying to manage that ground game. Manages to block the green fireball and send out the fireball of her own, but catches the damage on the back end. The grab just a few frames from Luigi outside of Pyra Mithra's hitboxes as she comes in with that side B again. Up air, following out. Oh no, a little bit too far. And Venus misplays and ends himself out of stock. Pyra Mithra now off stage, trying to manage getting back on against an edge guarding Luigi. Luigi getting hit by that side B multiple times into the shield for no damage difference. Instead, the shield combo back and forth turns into a spin from Luigi, something we haven't seen recently. Instead, the grab combo and attempt comes out against Pyra Mithra. He shields through the first bits of damage, but catches the second burst. And again, that side B comes out. The up strike, making it a one stock game. 34% damage has been done to Luigi, almost negligible compared to the amount of damage he can deal in one combo. Pyra looking to extend that lead with the side B, focusing and relying on it a lot heavier than in previous matches. Does not connect that time as Luigi starting to become wise, is hanging out on the downside now. Goes for the grab but misses like 6, 7, 8 times. Still relying heavily on the ability to make that grab or use it as a prop, a distance maker for projectiles. The B strike comes out in the air, but no damage had been done to Mithra Pyra at this point, meaning that the knockback was not too excessive. 16% on the combo. The sword spin, followed by the up air from Luigi. Pyra trying to get those down air strikes. Almost landing all of them, not landing none of them. The side B does come out again and again, leading to a 91% damage taken for Luigi on his last stock. He's up in the air. He comes back with the up B, manages to hit it so he doesn't have dead frames, gets back on the stage, goes for the up air, catches it once, catches it with the grab, goes for the second one. The aerial combo comes out, 78% damage done to 102. The down air from Pyra Mithra, followed by the B strike, sending Luigi to the point that he has to fight to get back on stage. A second time it happens, but this time dodged through by Luigi. Back on stage he goes, trying to fight against the side B of Pyra Mithra. The aerial combo from Luigi. The edge guard comes out. Pyra Mithra's back on stage. Misses her up B and is sent! Not enough! It's not over! Pyra and Mithra still alive, managing to get back onto the edge. Missing with the B, hits the grab. Luigi has her at 138 to 137%. The next hit is going to win, but the down B does not connect. And the spin does. Correction up B. That'll be game 2 for Venus.
Stop battle. Mithra. Luigi. Three, two, one, go!
And we are back at game 4. Game 4 right now. It's a best of 5. Venus looking to continue on and try and knock Shady out of this tournament. All contenders here inside the winner's prize pool will be going home with something. But Luigi, with the early game damage on him, trying to rebut, and does, gets the 85%, the instant 0% combo. Landing the B to make it a 1-stock advantage for Luigi as Pyra Mithra, managing shields effectively, is switched over to Mithra to try and get the aerial game. Instead, Luigi getting close and right up and personal gets us a second TKO. Now at a 1-stock game, Mithra switching over to Pyra sends Luigi flying. And it is 1 stock to 2 stocks at barely 53 seconds into the last game 4. This is losers finals. Loser of this will be going home. The winner of this will be going to grand finals to play against our contender, Javi. Back on stage, Pyra Mithra trying to survive against Luigi, who's sending out that fireball. Sends a fireball of her own attached to the sword and connects both of them. Gets the down air, but is instead grabbed and is sent with the 3rd. That is an up B finish. And that'll be 3 to Venus, 1 to Shady. Shady will be going on to grand finals against Javi in just a few minutes. Stay tuned.
Stop battle. Short. Richter.
All right, and we are back to an early start for our grand finals. This is Javi versus Venus, best of 5. Now remember, Javi has to win 1 set and 1 set only. However, Venus must win 2 sets to clinch the title. We are going to transition this scene to be more reflective of what is actually happening, as we have Shulk coming out for the first time tonight against Richter. Shulk switching for Buster to get that damage done early, but instead Richter managing the difference in range very effectively. Buster only doing 40% damage as he switches to jump for that survivability. 140% damage out the gate from an angry Richter. Javi making it a 3-2 game. Shulk with that speed management, holding onto the edge at frames that are almost impossible to see with the human eye. Switches over to Smash in order to try and get that finish, and instead sends himself back up with the survivability portion of it. Now, with Shulk, correct me if I'm wrong, because Sheik and Shulk are so hard to say. With Shulk managing that B and which one you're going to be using: purple for damage, red for knockback, blue for speed, green for jump, yellow for not getting knocked back, is going to be extremely important when playing against a ranged utility character like Richter, whose special ability is throw potions at your feet, throw axe at your head, throw boomerang behind you, and Shulk manages to get a combo off and take a first stock off of Javi. Both Javi and Venus playing at a distance, but the speed from Shulk allowing him to manage whether or not he wants to be in or outside of range of Richter. Catches the combo 1-2 and a grab to finish. Switches over to Buster, but misses the grab in the wrong direction. The fire pot comes out and catches under platform, followed by a second one. The up whip comes out, but into the defense of Shulk, who had it prepped and ready, does not go flying on the up strike. 91% damage done, but it's not going to be the difference maker. It'll be whether or not he can put up that shield at the proper time. The speed comes out again, and Shulk is looking for those aerials. Neutral air, very strong. The back air comes in, but the potion is enough to send him. There's the forward strike. A tilt is going to send Richter to a 1-stock disadvantage at 105% damage. Buster is switched out into a shield, but it doesn't last through Richter's strike. He does manage to use his invulnerability frames to roll through and get past the potion. Flashing in purple, Buster runs out, and now Shulk is in a position at 134% damage, where his next strike, he does pop it in time. He does have yellow popped in time. Defense was up. He switches back over to speed, but is instantly sent by a whip, making it a 1-stock game for both players at 0% and 7% respectively. Richter with his own neutral airs and potion throwing. Javi in a good position to manage the ranged game. Shulk sitting at Buster, but happy to play the distance and the defensive posture. Something you don't often see against a ranged character and a melee character is that the melee character is taking a cautious perspective like this. He switches over to speed. Now it's that time where he can make things happen as he needs to, but you see it. Pot, axe, boomerang, pot, boomerang, axe, pot. The combos coming out from Richter to maintain and manage that distance between him and Shulk, knowing that the damage that he does is going to be the big difference maker as to whether or not he can send Shulk back before Shulk switches over to Smash. Fire pot comes out, turns into a neutral air, and the whips start to come. The upstrike and the kicks coming from Javi. 105 damage put onto Shulk, who switches over to speed, but doesn't get an aggressive Shulk, or doesn't get an aggressive Richter as he was planning. Switches back off of it, has a prep, hits jump, and makes it back on into the pot to reset himself. He has to up B and catches a whip at the corner of the stage. The pot takes him out of invulnerability frames just long enough for Javi to take game 1.
Fucking die 4 times.
Battle Richter.
It's last set. And finals. So yeah, loser's got to win twice.
Here we are in game 2 of Grand Finals. Javi 1 game up and looking to secure the $144 prize pool for himself. Venus trying to maintain and take away from Javi the straight win streak he has had tonight. Looks like Richter against Shulk. It's going to be a repeat of the last match. This time, a bit more aggressive in the early game. Out comes the damage from Shulk on Buster to make it 80% damage done. Switches over. No, he doesn't. Shield is up. Still on Buster. Switches over to Smash to try and get that. And does. It's not enough to send him off stage, but it is enough to make him think. One more time, but no! He spikes And now, instead of being 100% up, the aggressiveness has cost Venus, and Javi is back at a full split. Neutral air is coming out, followed by the whip and the range. Boomerang coming out with a pot to finish up. Venus in the position now where the damage that he takes is all going to dictate whether or not that fire pot ends him like it did last time. Jump coming up. The neutral air. The boomerang is going to be coming back, and instead of it connecting, Shulk gets a little bit of damage and gets damage done with the fire pot. The up strike comes out with speed. Up strike comes out again but doesn't connect. 36% damage on Richter. Richter's still looking healthy as Shulk's 105 is making him look like that whip needs to connect one more time for him to be gone. Boomerang followed by an edge guard pot. The distance managed but not entirely by Javi, who throws the pot off and gives Venus the opportunity to get back on stage. Venus able to shield through the majority of the damage done, switches over to jump, and switches over to speed and manages to get hit by the Richter combo. There goes the whip. It is a 1 stock to 2 stock game. Javi with the advantage with only 50% damage done to him. The neutral air coming out from Richter to reverse the momentum of that strike into the shield and into the body of Venus on Shulk. Shulk switching over to speed, but barely at the end of it without being able to manage the damage. Now using his up B and getting punished for it. The up air followed by a couple just normal strikes with the sword. The spike almost causing him to get out of range of recovery, but no, he's able to recover just fine. The shield bouncing off the boomerang, catches the pot to finish it. The damage being done, he switches to Buster mode. The axe is coming out from Richter, the whip on the back air, followed by a down air with the strike. Grabs and catches him with a knee. The potion doesn't make it off the edge and ends up on the platform with Javi, giving Venus the opportunity to get back on stage. And a whip for 120%. The pot coming out to finish. The pot coming out again. The shield switching to Buster, tries to get the grab but doesn't manage it. 109% to 144. The edge guard begins. It's all about that fire potion. Once you get off the edge, it is so hard to get back on against Richter. Game 2 is going to go to Javi. This next round may be for all the money. It all depends on whether or not Javi can clinch it out. We are looking at game 3 of 5 in grand finals at Contender eSports Irvine. Remember guys, if you want to play, $15 entry, that money goes into a prize pool plus vendor fees, and it's put back into a massive payout for whoever pulls it in tonight. And it looks like the transition has come out. It is now Richter against Falco. Falco using that B, that side B, down B, I'm not quite sure what it is, but that blue orb to try and push back the projectile sent from Richter. The early shield's a bit more defensive in play this time, even though he's a brawler. He's managing the damage a lot more effectively as Venus is going to put 113% on Richter before taking the 50. Richter with the whip, sending it out again, sends the boomerang in the wrong direction so that he can catch the top platform on the way back. Instead, his potion runs into the deflector of Falco. Boomerang misses, but the whip connects, and Richter is now back in middle map control. Misses his potion, and Falco's in a position to edge guard. Instead, catching an uppercut from Richter. Laser to reset, the whip out of range. The deflector comes out, followed by a little bit more damage, and it looks like the shield from Richter is going to hold strong and allow him to get that combo back in his area. There goes the up strike, and Falco's first life is gone. Going on to stock 2, 0% damage, but 150 on Richter. Richter still has all his stocks, 178. He needs some sort of finisher, Falco, in order to make it happen. 186%, he catches the strike. The dodge is going to keep him alive, and an uppercut will keep Richter on stage at 194% damage done. Neutral air coming out, but the potion misses. The deflector coming out from Falco. Fire potion, up strike into a nair. And distance is being played for. by Javi. Javi trying to manage his advantage right now to get a little bit more damage on Falco before he gets sent off stage. He manages the perfect dodge there. Throws his boomerang in the back direction to try and catch him on the way through. Misses with the potion as well, but catches him on the dash. Falco at 70% on his second stock already, looking at 80%. Trying to get a stock off of Javi, but instead Venus is sent packing down to 1 stock left, trying to keep the dream alive. And there goes the stock off of Javi that we expected, 0% to 24%, a 1 stock advantage for our winners bracket champion. Falco with the grab, followed by the aerials, catching a second set, looking for a third, instead catches the shield of Richter. Richter backing off, getting the potion down and sending the boomerang, but it doesn't manage to hit as Falco goes aerial just in time. Neutral air from Richter on the way back down to reset momentum. Falco's gonna miss the dash, but get the grab and the up laser instead. Sends him down with a kick, 101% damage to only 50. It is still very manageable for Falco, should he be able to get that stock off of Richter. 121%, and he's back on the edge. The strike comes up, but it's not enough, and now he's in a position where he's getting edge guarded. Not where you want to be against Richter. The whole specialty of Javi is managing the distance between the fire pot and the whip. The strongest edge guard that I have seen tonight. And that is almost including the Luigi. The up strike comes up. It is now 100% to 0%. Last stock decides it all. Falco has to manage to claw back that damage difference. And he's getting hit by a pot, but he's looking at range. They both go in for the shield, and Falco manages to grab first. The strike comes out. The dead frame's punished by the whip from Richter, who throws the axe off the edge, trying to manage the perfect distance. Doesn't get it, but the up strike does. The axe missed by invulnerability frames, followed up by the potion and the whip. That's going to be a 3-0 for Javi, our grand final champion tonight, and the winner of our weekly Smash tournament.
I always do that.
And that's going to do it for us here at Contender Esports in Irvine. Don't forget, if you're interested, I've said it too many times tonight, $15 entry at the door gets you into the tournament. If you can compete against these people, first place, second place, third place, they're all getting a payout bigger than the money that they put in. And I will hopefully see you all next week. Don't forget. All right, y'all. Take care.